Real spooky boy hours.
Yeah, I haven't come across a lich yet. That's gonna be scary.
Get pumped.
I don't know. I'm already worried. I'm a wizard. Yeah. As long as I'm not like Marius when I joined the camp, I'll never forget. Like Marius had the lowest hit points of a rogue I've ever seen in my life when it first started.
Because he rolled like garbage.
Okay, where's our DM?
Slacking.
Alright. So I discovered the other day when I was rolling, when I was playing on Roll20, that if you double click a window pane, that's if you haven't like broken it off from the main game, it like puts it in a minimizes it on the screen you're on. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I use 3 screens.
Yeah, I do not.
I have a laptop screen, and then I have a 20-inch screen to the left, and I have a 27-inch screen to the right. But you have to when you DM, because you gotta have all them character sheets open and stuff.
Yeah.
So I use my laptop for the map, then on the 27-inch I put all the notes of the campaign. And when I play, it's even nicer because I put the map on the 27-inch and then I put my character sheet on the laptop and my other, like this time, familiar on my 20. When you're old, you gotta take every advantage you can get.
So he's in the Roll20 game, but he hasn't joined us here yet. I bet he fell asleep.
Didn't like us.
Easy on him.
He's sitting at his desk with his head like bobbing back and forth, you know, that freaking catching flies. Now it's getting awkward.
A little bit. Now he's not even online.
Oh, that usually means he's trying to reset and get back on, right?
Yeah. GM is typing.
Just send a message.
the server messed up.
Oh,
Hello?
Hello?
Hey,
We can hear you. Hello?
welcome.
Goodbye. Welcome. Goodbye.
Oh no.
I'm here. I'm here. It's all good.
There
all
he
good?
is.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what was happening. I was stuck on like allocating or whatever.
Yeah, we know you were like off somewhere drinking like a soda or something and you forgot and then
How are these cameras at? No. Nah, it wasn't a soda. What's a cold booze? Right? No. Give me just a moment. Like get the bot in here. How's everyone been the past few weeks?
doing good.
Good
Happy birthday, Rebel.
Ah, thank
Oh
you.
yes.
birthday.
How do y'all know it's his birthday?
Because he fucking told us 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. Happy birthday, Rebel.
If
thank you.
if you send me your address, Rebel, I'll cut a piece of my hair off, and you can make a friendship bracelet out of it. You know,
I think you
as a-
offered him that to him last week.
And he's like, no, that's okay.
I'll send you a P.O. box.
I want something more personal than hair, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm not some cheapo.
He wants a quotation marks sample.
It's not that kind of hair. It's very personal, Rebel.
It's personal
Oh.
hair.
Then I'll consider it.
The best kind.
We call him
It's business with the whispers.
cloggers.
Alrighty. So, you all ready to die?
No,
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Marius doesn't like this idea. His two kids are gonna die.
Putting all of his eggs in one basket there.
Yep.
Oh no, his wife is
Yeah,
left,
they-
right?
And their flying
Well,
cat. Is the flying cat dead by now? It's probably dead by now, right?
7 years? No, it would still be kicking. If you guys fed it properly, that is.
You know that we were sneaking at treats.
Alright, give me just a moment. I just closed everything trying to fix this Discord issue. I guess a little forewarning before anything else with Tomb of Annihilation, as most of you probably already know. It is deadly. Meant to challenge you quite a bit for more advanced players.
That's what we are.
Sure.
Advanced stupid.
There's
Long
no
as we
infernal
know-
vehicles to run on this time.
As long as we don't have that lizard hitting everything with his hammer, we'll be alright.
Damn lizard.
You just wait a few levels.
Also, weight is gonna play a big part in this, because it'll kind of depend on how much you can carry with you and whatnot on your exploration. So, if you're ever encumbered in your character sheet, that would mean something. So just bear that in mind, that you don't bring like 800 rations with you somehow.
How do I display encumbrance?
Do you display encumbrance?
Well, what's
it should
what's
automatically calculate on the character sheet.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah, add
encumbrance.
your
That is
inventory.
simple.
What are
What's
the
that?
rules going to be on death? Are we going new characters?
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's the next thing. If you die, you're dead. You essentially, essentially there will be no coming back unless some weird circumstances are met, of course. But, you'll learn all of that whilst playing, if there's any, and how steep of a price it is. But I do recommend don't get too attached to your characters. I mean, not to a point where, well, I don't want to be dead, because if you're dead, you're dead. I have a second character in mind, always.
You guys sure you want to be Marius' kids?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's what we want to do.
Alrighty.
There's no torture like self-torture.
No. I don't care. It's not my kids.
Wow.
Touche.
Well, you did train them, though.
She never.
One of them, right?
To me. Yeah.
And with that in mind as well, things will be taken a little bit more seriously with Monster-wise, like how they're going to be acting and whatnot. They are going out to kill you.
It wasn't in Avernus?
I was
Well,
gonna say,
not as much. On Avernus, I was forgiving occasionally, alright? Sometimes legendary actions weren't used and whatnot, if you will.
So you're saying
excited.
It's because our cast of characters was too good. You couldn't break up the gang.
So you're saying you weren't a dick in Avernus, but you're gonna be a dick in this one?
Oh, hell yeah. This one's made to kill all of you. Man, I'm throwing a meteor out at your ass and you try and do a 25 deck save.
Oh, great.
Shame.
Great, and I remember I was thinking, do I want to roll a wizard? Yeah, I'll roll a wizard, because Rebel's not a dick.
Because Rebel's not a dick.
I mean, I will always be
Have you
fair.
ever
I mean, you
ran-
guys know me. If you want, like,
Except when
can
you're being
vouch for
spiteful.
in homebrew as well. Alright, no? Okay. Fine,
I'm
okay. Let's see how
joking.
it is. No, let's see how it is.
Yes, he's very fair.
Essentially, yeah. For James, he can recognize from the homebrew campaign, that's more or less how I'll be running it. A little bit. It's a little bit more dangerous. But still fair. Or as fair as I can be. And with that, I guess, are you ready to start the session officially?
Yes.
Hold on, I'm gonna go make a pizza real quick.
Alrighty.
Later,
I
guys.
gotta catch
We'll
a
wait
te-
for you 25 minutes, no longer? No. Oh, yeah, that helps if I close that.
Did you just say I gotta catch a taxi, Vaporeon?
Yeah. I don't know about this. I'll take my laptop with me, so we'll be fine.
Wait, Rebel, does this mean that me giving you like the extra money every now and then doesn't boost my rolls up anymore?
Might, put the DC down occasionally,
Okay, go. Just making sure. Oh, and that Holy Avenger, right? You're sending me that way for that $80 I sent you?
Yeah, totally.
All right, cool. Just making sure.
And the Spelljammer,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. With that, how about we just do this real quick? Just get your tokens on the map.
Oh, you know what?
There we go. Everyone's in chains. So, for your characters wise, you would all currently be in Elturel. In case you guys know. So you'll be starting in Elturel, and however your characters might have gotten there or whatnot. Either way, for the past several days, you would have heard quite a bit of talk in Elturel, as well as perhaps like on other places here and there. This talk of streets and taverns over some so-called death curse. A so-called death curse. Wasting disease, afflicting everyone who's ever been raised from the dead. Victims grow thinner and weaker each day, slowly but steadily sliding towards death they once denied. When they finally succumb, they can't be raised, and neither can anyone else. regardless of whether they've ever received that miracle in the past. Temples and scholars of divine magic are at a loss to explain a curse that's affected the entire region and possibly the entire world. With that, I'm not certain if Maximilian or Katrina, you would have heard stories about Marius. But you can tell for certainty over several days and whatnot that Marius Blackfield, one of the quite known and most looked up council member of Elturel, is currently quite sick.
You fucker.
Yep.
No!
That's all.
Shit.
Yeah. Believe me, I had gotten there already, James. I was like, oh, shit.
With that, all of you would have been invited to the home of Marius. Some of you would know him as a retired adventurer, rescuer, a hero of Elturel, amongst others, of course. As you all will be escorting up towards a grand staircase to the third floor of the tower, the High Hall, with this uniformed attendant that ushers you into this wood-paneled room with a fireplace, comfortable chairs, and every table bearing goblets and bottles of wine. Darkly paneled walls are hung with maps and sea charms. Racked shelves and cabinets hold hundreds more rolled up maps and charts. Person seated in an overstuffed chair near the fire. You can't discern a gender because only the person's head and what seems to be decaying feathers emerge from underneath a heavy blanket draped over the chair. And an embroidered hood and silver mask concealing the wearer's face. Even the person's dry, raspy voice provides no clue. Help yourselves to some wine and seat yourselves.
So it's true then? The scholars have been
Katrina.
talking.
Max. It is all true, sadly enough.
Oh. So are we all in the same room right now?
Yes, I was gonna say, with this, as you're all in this room, how about you start kind of, saying who everyone is and what they look like type of deal. Get a better understanding.
I guess I'll start. Katrina is a normally smiling young woman with you can definitely tell she's got happy wrinkles already starting to work into her face, with dark black hair tied up into a bun. She wears a scale mail with blue interwoven into its scales, and on her back is a tabard of a crown comprised solely of light. She wields on her side a longsword and has a shield plane in her other hand. Right now, she looks extremely gaunt and pretty sad, and she stares at this figure, unknowing what to say.
And I'll just kind of tag in on there. So standing next to her, you can tell the two are related from their looks. Perhaps not quite so cheerful and there we go. Perhaps not quite so easy to smile. A bookish young gentleman. He's pretty much dressed as you see him there. He does have a shield for protection as well, strapped to his back. But for the most part, it's just a varying odd assortments of little technological gadgets and whatnot, as well as a large tome. he's carrying with, and he looks very concerned towards the figure in the chair, but also as if he's concerned, but also sort of studying the features. You see that him always inquisitive and trying to figure out the next puzzle doesn't even the fact that he's troubled that this person in front of him's decaying, but is not necessarily hiding. He's also interested in what's happening to him. I'm Max. I'm with her, and we are familiar with the residents. Who are you, folks?
My name is Vivian. I am kind of teal looking. My skin tone is teal. I've got fish ears because I come from the ocean, so I'm a little different. But I have what? I have scale mail body armor on. I'm carrying shield and a mace. I apologize. Kind of look at the body in front of me, minorly interested and intrigued. Yeah, I just want to see what's happening.
Alright. Sarwin, you want to go next?
Sure. You guys look over and Sarwin is kind of standing in the corner just looking at everybody. You can tell he's an elf. He looks of the high elf type. He has this blonde, long, flowing hair, these golden type skin, and his dark eyes, though, but he's holding himself high. His head is high, and you can tell he's got a lot of pride. And he carries a backpack, but he has a quarterstaff, and it has a half moon symbol on it, and you can kind of tell that the staff is special to him. And he's got some purple robes with red and a cloak. It looks more distinguished, but you can also tell by the wear on him that he probably lives in the country. And he just looks at everybody and kind of surveys the scene and says, "Good day."
Okay. Aram? You want to go next?
You see a man, and he has purple wild hair and very bushy brows. He looks to be an elf at first glance, but if you look at his eyes, they look bestial in nature, and he has fangs. He's wearing Asian kind of clothing, like a kimono, martial arts, like a gi kind of style, all purple. And he bows and say, "I am Roran Lukavi from Karatur."
So, is this the first time I'm seeing my father's condition here, or?
You would have definitely been told about it, if not by him.
We were like out of town, and then I don't really like. Were we just? Like,
this would have been affecting him
or?
for like the last week or so.
Okay.
But from this point, you can definitely see he's kind of like shut himself away, trying to research. It seems.
Yeah.
Well, to see what the problem is, like where it's coming from, how and why.
Yeah.
And you can definitely tell, especially from the withering feathers from his back, that it's gotten quite worse.
I'll kind of walk up beside him and like put my hand next to his as if to offer to grab his hand if he would like it. Father,
I'd say it would, yeah.
why hasn't Zariel healed you yet? She's like kind of shaking a little bit. You would think that her light would be here by now.
This time around, Zariel cannot save me. This structure of sorts that I've heard of. It's
it's
And Marius is dead. No,
he's dead. He's dead. No, he's dead.
He's just
Well, that was a short campaign, everybody.
Whole new character.
All right, back it up, boys.
Damn.
He's dead.
That wasn't too bad.
Marius is dead. He's dead.
Look, Rebel's playing now. Look at him.
No, that's what happened to me before. Should we switch the?
Alrighty, here we go.
Wait,
Oh,
I'm switching the region helper.
No, it's not the region, it's Discord not liking my headset and my headset not liking Discord. I'm gonna need to get a new one. Sorry about that, guys.
It's fine.
Okay, it was perfect comedic timing because it just sounded like Marius died.
I were about to call it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, well, I hope
We
you
don't know where to go.
module.
Yeah. You guys want to play Crystal Strahd?
Okay.
Alrighty, sorry, yeah. So, with a slight pause.
It's a death curse. I learned that it's a death curse and a chromatic artifact called the Soulmonger.
The Soulmonger?
Yes, Soulmonger.
Why? Can we do something to stop this? What happened? Why is this happening?
Well, as I have told you, back in the day with Cattle, Udahorn, Jiraiya, Aiden, I have adventured quite a bit, and I died once and was raised from the dead.
It's the time when you were evil for a session. I remember it fondly. She like grabs his hand and smiles.
I don't know how much longer I'll last before I perish, but clerics as well as Zariel seem to have no help to offer.
Don't say that.
It seems like the Soulmonger needs to be, well, deactivated if not destroyed. Many more are afflicted by this curse.
Well, I'm sure that we can do it.
If the device has some functionality that we can destroy, then we need to get rid of the device and all of the knowledge it takes to make one of these soulmongers.
Of course we need to, you idiot. And she looks at you.
Don't start bickering now. Especially not in front of your new adventuring party.
Katrina rolls her eyes.
Excuse me. New adventuring party.
What is that? Sorry. Try to speak up a little bit.
Deep
This mask is covering it up quite a bit.
voice unicorn.
Did you say new adventuring party?
Well, that is why you accepted the call, did you not?
Yes. And I look around. That one might be close, but it's got fur, but I do not see any more elves around.
Katrina snorts and she says, "Why would we need what? What do you mean?"
Just some more experience would probably be helpful. No?
I have all the experience I need.
And experienced adventurers would attract more attention than us.
I elbow Max. We are experienced.
I don't think swinging a sword around and a straw dummy counts as experience. Training, perhaps, but not experience. Seeing the world is the
eyes are like daggers.
Seeing the world is the only true experience one needs.
With that, you can see Mary's kind of nodding as well.
It's
Don't
indeed true.
start taking his side.
It's a dangerous world out there, Katrina. You must be careful. They're
I'm
not
dangerous
just some
too.
standing still targets. I believe that. Certainly. You have Zariel with you after all.
Hand curls around the hilt of my blade.
But yes, I have called upon all of you to investigate the location of this soulmonger as well as, well, deactivating or destroying it. Or perhaps find the reasoning of why this is activated after so many years. My contacts in the Harpers have learned that the soulmonger is somewhere in Chult. Dangerous place.
That's the region where Uncle Kettle came from, yes?
If I recall correctly, yes. That is indeed.
I've been wanting to visit his mud hole.
Sure he would appreciate that.
If only he didn't get in that fight with the oxen, he would still be here today.
We don't speak of that incident.
It was an awful way to go for a grand adventurer, just stomped out in one swoop.
Really was.
No, nobody saw it coming.
For God, sorry.
Alright. For the rest of you that might not know, Chult is a peninsula ringed with mountains and choked with rainforests. Normal reptiles, savage goblins, and an army of undead prowling its jungles and ruins. Mapping the place has always been nigh impossible. Nothing is known about the region's current geography beyond a few miles from the coast. However, throughout the days working from dozens of sea charts, logbooks, and explorers' journals, I've assembled everything known about the current state of Chult into one map.
And with that, he kind of starts pointing at his desk and...
Katrina, would you be a dear and grab the map for me real quick?
And walk
And
over
do
grab
be gentle with the map. It's controlled.
I grab it very forcefully and then look at Max. Tell me what to do, brother.
I'm just saying that you're sometimes a little bit rough with research gentle objects. I mean, I remember the time you broke my... At any rate, it's not important right now, not important. They're... Well,
I'll walk over and hand the map to Marius.
Young lady, do you know how to read a map?
Of course I know how.
With that, this is gonna load in for a little while. Just a heads up. But yeah, he kind of halts it aloft.
This is essentially what is known about Chult. If you are ready to depart after perhaps preparing, I will teleport us all to Port Nyanzaru, which is over here.
As he points to the top side of the map.
It is the only major settlement in Chult. I've been there some times before, so there's little chance of mishap. Once there, I'll stay with a friend named Wakanga Altamu. He's one of the 7 merchant princes who rule the city.
Wakanda? What did you say?
good joke.
Wakanga.
Wakanga!
Oh, Tamu.
This is gonna be fun.
Do you all, well, undertake my mission?
Well, I do, of course.
There will be a lot to learn.
Elven friend, will you join us? I'm sure we could use your experience.
Duh.
Are there any more elves on this adventure?
You are the ones who accepted the call. So unless there are any stragglers, for
Yes.
now at the very least not.
All
I
of
believe
elves.
I believe you said your name was Vivian? Pleasure to meet you. I'm Katerina. And she holds her hand out to Vivian. Fish lady, hello. Are you there? Calling all fish ladies.
She flips you.
Hello? Now
We can hear you.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Where do you hail from? I've never met someone of your race.
So I am actually I'm a Triton. I am a sailor, and I've just kind of been basically helping the military as a nurse, and our ship crashed.
Well,
Yeah, and I'm
Yo.
here.
your duties and your skills would be wonderful to have along on this journey.
Look forward to working with you.
She'll give you a slight nod.
Yes.
Do you know if this curse has been affecting the races under the seas as well?
To be honest, I'm not too sure. When we crashed, I don't really have recollection. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I'm here to help.
That's okay. That helps a lot. And you see Max write those
Memory
details
loss.
into a book.
He takes out a flashlight and goes on your eyes.
Memory loss. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And Sarwin, does it seem like this has been affecting the elves, or is it only humans?
I have been by myself in the woods a long time.
Ah, okay, so not much help there. Got it.
Is it affecting the trees? And she looks
I
at you.
came here for one reason, because everybody owes a great debt to Marius, and I'm here to repay that debt.
Ah.
Oh,
of
you've
course.
heard the tales.
Everyone's heard the tale, sister. We can move on.
Something
Let me
like that.
regale you. My Uncle Kettle once jumped off a moving vehicle and onto another.
Katrina, not now.
Oh, and imp can jump from vehicle to vehicle?
He's not an imp.
I heard the great stories of Udahorn and Kittle, but not this Kittle.
What, that oaf? The one who decided to stay down in Avernus, and she starts laughing.
I am sure he is king of Avernus now.
Can we get a quick flash to Avernus? Udahorn dead on the ground.
Beat the horn.
Not available right now. Who the Horn is fighting Titans.
He went off to go play Storm King's Thunder. And, Aron, you seem to not hail from this area. Where are you from?
Have you heard of the Shalong? It is far east. It is, in Karatur.
No, I haven't, but I'm sure your skills would be quite useful. Would you be willing to join us?
Of course, this would be excellent physical training. I'm very excited to try my martial skills.
Grandmother, why mighty large teeth you have.
Oren, is that any elf in you at all?
Yes, my mother was elven, but she was bitten by a werewolf during my birth. Thus, I have some wolf features.
Ah, so we do have some superior blood on this quest. Very well.
Well, do you all need anything before we depart? Do you need me to fetch you a foot massage, Sarwin?
Katrina, at this point, roll me a perception check real quick.
Perception. 7.
Right. So the rest of you will start smelling this horrible odor of sulfur and rotten eggs coming off from Katrina. You don't seem to notice, however.
So, that foot massage? Sorry.
Young
Would you like me
lady,
to go fetch a maid for you?
young lady, did you just pass gas?
Oh,
That is an awful
Lord, what
stench.
is that smell? Oh,
Did I just
Oh my.
pass gas?
Oh my goodness! Oh, whew. This one needs its own tent.
You hear Marius starting to cough quite a bit.
I guess I should excuse myself, and I'll walk out the room.
The odor kind of like lingers in the room a little bit. You need a good few like waves for it to like air out a little bit there.
Katrina always smell like that.
No, I just no, I don't know quite what's going on, but at any rate, did happen to find all you could on the oh gosh, what was it? The soul? I've already forgotten.
Soulmonger.
The soulmonger. I could perhaps look in the library if we have time.
I have had others look in the libraries,
Okay.
but you were always quite keen. Perhaps you would find something that might be more of use.
The time may be better spent in Chult. If this is its location, there might be more local rumors on it than we would have here in Elturel.
Agree. Now, if all of you are in agreement, let me offer you all this.
As he kind of stretches himself out and kind of like behind this chair, he grabs his small little chest, kind of pulls it to the side of a chair and opens it up as you see these 5 bags of coin.
There is a bag of coin for each and on single one of you. Help you, well, prepare properly for your travels.
I'll make sure Katrina gets hers.
Thank you, Maximus. Maximus? Make sure she doesn't get herself killed, please.
No, we'll both come back to you, Father. Don't worry.
Good. Now, before I teleport us to Chult, do any of you have any unfinished business or perhaps preparations to make before heading on out?
How much money is that?
You all would gain 50 gold pieces.
Can I get familiar supplies until?
Chult is a major settlement, so presume so, yes.
Anyone else? Anything before? Anything else?
Katrina was in the washroom checking her armor.
Do me an investigation check.
Does it have a state?
So you would find in your pack a stone where the smell is coming from.
What kind of foul magic is this? Can I do an Arcana check to try to figure it out?
Sure. Yeah, special rock. I'm not certain how it works.
Did it's still emitting a smell?
Yes, it would.
All right, I'll open up the window and toss it out.
Roll me a 1d100.
It travels through the plains.
I don't think that was right.
65. Alright, you throw it and it kind of lands in the courtyard, rather close to some passerbyers.
You can keep that, and I'll close the window.
Alrighty. With that, you can probably come back with
I'll come
everyone
back.
being, handing each other out these bags of gold.
I'll go up to Max's ear. Ever heard of a stinky rock before?
Yes, it was one of my toys.
She was leaning up to your ear, and then instantly her hand reaches up and grabs the back of your hair and yanks backwards, and then takes your bag of gold and puts it in her pocket.
Here's your bag of gold.
Yeah, no, I'll take yours.
Well, I would just suggest that you speak kindly of my toys in the future.
Stop making fun of my training dummies. And she looks at you.
I have a feeling this will be a very educational adventure.
I'll kind of go to Marius and be like, I'm assuming I'm in charge, and I give him a stern look.
Trina, in a group as yours, come together.
No, you just Father, I'm assuming I'm in charge. And I point at Max.
I will accept your guidance when deemed appropriate.
Thank you!
You are currently equals. Please act like it. Don't cause trouble for your companions.
As he lets out this slight sigh.
He started it.
I'm gonna look over at Orin and say, this one's a firecracker.
I'm gonna say in Elven is this how human relationships usually are.
A strange group.
If it weren't for the oxen incident of O2, Kettle would have whooped your ass.
No, we just need to keep it as the noodle incident. We just need to keep it as like this thing that had happened, and then just feel like we don't talk about it.
He would be ashamed to be remembered in such a way.
I was about to say, is that not the one that got ate by a boar?
Hush, we do not speak of this event. Well. Well, if you are all ready to depart, then shall we go?
We shall.
Let's rock.
With that, as you say that, you see Marius going into this little drawer on the side, rather close to his chair, grabbing a ring out of it, putting it on, and
If you will just come a little bit closer, I shall get us all there. Oh, Katrina.
Yes?
Go get Woofle.
Nah. We'll walk out.
with that, he basically means, oh crap, what's his name?
Slobber chops?
No, not Sober Chops, the uniformed attendant that escorted you all up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Also, is our mom still alive? What's going on? Should we say bye or what? Bye, Mom. Love you. Go on an adventure.
Be back for dinner.
Yeah.
Probably not coming back.
No, honestly, slight
we'll bring
oversight.
along-
I entirely forgot about your mother.
Yeah, you kind of forgot that whole thing. How there's two parents.
She's done nothing with her life.
She's in the kitchen where she belongs.
Okay, we're not doing this again, okay? I'm trying to keep a proper demeanor. We're not arguing.
She's probably off driving somewhere into fire tornadoes.
Maybe. Well, you know how it goes. Probably. I don't know.
That's what
Alright.
women do, right?
The good ones.
Yeah.
In all
That's what
honesty, you
we'll
guys
do.
can say goodbye like as soon as you were like kind of summoned for this adventure.
Yeah.
Would kind of make sense as well.
Yeah, I'll
but with
go
that-
get Wolfles.
With that, you kind of bring him back, and yes, there's two of them actually, as he calls someone else. And with that, as you're all ready, he activates his ring as it shines quite brightly on his finger. As his teleportation circle starts to appear underneath all your feet. And within the blink of of an eye. Oh, that's not what I meant. There we go. In the blink of an eye. You appear in a tropical city under the blazing sun. Familiar sounds of a harbor, creaking robes, slapping waves. Heavy barrels rolling across cobblestone mingle with voices shouting and cursing in an unfamiliar language filled with clicks, annihilations, and sing-songy words that make it sound almost musical. The aroma is unfamiliar, spices and tropical fruit mixes with warside smells of fish, tar, and canvas. Beyond all that, you will find yourself in Port Nganzaru. Explosion of color, buildings that are painted in bright shades of blue, green, orange, and salmon pink. It is beautiful in its own little way. This token over here, that's essentially where you guys are currently at on the map.
Max, did you remember your allergy medication?
I don't have any allergies anymore. I got rid of those.
Well, that's good, because I'm sure the pollen here will be awful.
Alright, I have some medicine.
With that, you see Marius is kind of still sitting in his chair as the two men are ready to pick him up, it seems, and escort him towards Prince, the merchant.
Yeah, I'll follow suit. We're headed to Wakanga.
You're headed to Wakanga. Yes, indeed.
Wakanga.
That sounds like a hoot.
Sir Warren needs to find a magic shop.
Maybe we can do our day shopping later.
I do
If we're-
have still 2 left, and I'll reach in my pocket and I'll pull out this hawk. However, sometimes I have incidents with my pet.
Your pets.
Well, if we're going
This
towards
is
a merchant
Shat.
prince, then
Say hello to Shadow, and you look at the hawk.
Is this? I whisper at Max. Is this the kiddle of this this group? Oh, it's moving. What the fuck? Yo, that's cool.
oh, cool.
That is, two different little pictures.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you will see,
Look,
yes, you would actually know about that, Max.
okay.
Um,
So, Katrina, you may be worried about my allergies, but just FYI, while we're here in Chult, if you see a big lizard, it doesn't necessarily mean that's as friendly as Kettle, Uncle Kettle.
No, I know that. He wasn't very friendly either, was he?
these will be decidedly less friendly. as I point out one of the dinosaurs that's currently pulling carriages in the harbor.
Of course.
Before we go, I'd recommend you all to secure yourself rooms. There's not enough space for, in Wakanga's house for all of you to stay. If you want, you can come along and meet Wakanga, or otherwise later on. It's no matter when. But I do recommend having a look at the Thundering Lizard, or Kaya's House of Repose. It's a lodging to stay at.
I believe that Kettle would be upset if we didn't stay at the Thundering Lizard.
Thundering Lizard is quite known for, you're looking for to have a rashes time. Whereas in Kaya's House of Repose is more if you want to have a good night's sleep.
With that, you can hear him this ring seems to have taken his energy out quite a bit as he's breathing quite heavily underneath the mask, or perhaps it's with this instant heat change that is currently residing. All of you would already be kind of slightly sweating.
Well, go have. I would suggest you return to the Merchant Prince's house, and we'll look for you once we get settled.
Very good. With that, I'm just gonna put some things on the map. Just for simpler navigation, maybe you guys want to write something on the map. But essentially, over here would be where Maris will be staying.
The 5?
The 5, yes.
Probably.
And
that is Wakanga.
And the inns would be at the Red Bazaar. Both of them. Which is the 18 on the map.
I was going to go for a little smaller, but that's alright.
And
Oh, here we go. But yes, to give you all a slight idea, you can currently see kind of these raining clouds in the distance overhead. Outside the distance, you would know, Max, that a day without rain here is quite rare. It kind of varies from steady mists to drenching downpours within 5 seconds, and then goes back to normal 10 seconds later. It is quite marvelous. As you would also know, the temperature here climbs as high as 95 degrees Fahrenheit during the day and seldom falls below 70 degrees. So it is quite hot, even at night.
Well, I understand our wizard here, Sarwin, would like to find a magic supply store. I think that trying to find a local library or place of if there's a Templo to Denir or other houses of information, it would behoove us for me to learn more about the soulmongerer in this area.
Well, I would say we would head to the market board then, to begin.
With that, you will see Marius kind of nodding on all of you.
Stay safe and make sure you buy all yourself some bug repellent. It's quite necessary here in Chult.
Anything else we should be looking out for?
supplies you might need. Information, I guess. It's all up to you now, Ina. As your fellow companions. I hope you all well and hope to see you all soon. Now let's go. As this heat is killing me even faster.
Now with that,
Alright.
they kind of pick him up and they start moving up pretty quickly. Away from all of you.
I'll sneak a quick hug in before he takes off.
He gives you this half-heartedly hug back, because
Yeah.
you can easily tell that his strength is quite drained. And you can see him pass
Sarwarren will
by
give
a
him-
Temple of Gond, actually. Over
Star
here.
Warren will give him a bow.
A Temple of Gond.
Yes, indeed.
Fascinating.
And he kind of gives you a slight nod, almost as if as well, trying to give a slight bow to you, Sarwin.
Well,
We must find a way to save your father.
We will. I have great faith in us. Temple of Gond. Can we stop in there before we head to the market ward?
sure, I see no reason why not.
All right. So I'd like to approach whoever's. Do they let anyone in, or is it just devout followers?
Without as you would walk up, before you even speak to anyone, you can instantly see within, like the doors standing wide open, artisans, craftspeople, smiths, ivory carvers, and hydra engineers and whatnot are all kind of just around this centerpiece of a forge within. You see this immense fountain whose water jets shift continually to create amazing shapes, as they seem to all kind of just work into their own. If you would approach someone, kind of looks up at you, this dwarf, darker skinned dwarf actually. Give you a slight idea. This is kind of like what the average human looks like over here. Kind of like this Moroccan kind of look.
All right.
He kind of looks up at you. Well,
It is Wakanda.
yeah, if you want, you can come here and work for people, repair some smart things in here and there, yeah. It's good fun.
Well, this is fascinating. How do you get all of these shapes from the water? Can I get a closer look, please?
Almost certainly. It's all done with nozzles and valves moving on cams. Driven
Oh.
by, well, the city's plentiful water pressure, as you know.
Oh, fascinating. And so, rather than try and roleplay this, Max is going to absolutely kind of nerd out on all of the different technologies that they've managed to develop here versus from Baldur's Gate and to the far north and things like that.
Vivian, look, they use the water as if it's a tool.
Oh, lovely.
Is there things like this back at your home, or do you not remember?
I briefly remember stuff like that happening, yes.
And again, just to sort of speed things up and whatnot, someone's going to have to physically remove Max from the premise. So
There's like, you know, that classic like grab the ear and just like
Exactly.
just like start
right.
pulling it away.
Just one more thing, I promise. This will be
Or the
quick.
rock and like continuously just pulling your ear.
I agree. The rock was impetuous. I'm sorry. I really do. But I do need some tools here as long as we're here. I just want to see if they have a set of tools.
Hurry up.
All right. So then the last thing after nerding out, I'm just going to see if I can acquire a set of tinkering tools here.
Tinkering tools, you can easily buy yourself some tinkering tools here.
Okay. List price or...
Yes. Which I think is 50
Okay.
gold, if I recall correctly.
It is.
Cool.
All right. And then you will still have to pull him again after he
Yep.
buys the tinkering
Mhm.
tools. You're just
I
like,
take you. I take you.
you got it.
As you would, however, Max, kind of will see as you kind of like pay for your 50 gold. You kind of have this surprised look on the vendor's face. Not really knowing why, but as you go further a little bit, you can see other people. They are haggling quite a bit. They go from this 50 gold to 40 gold to 20 gold. They go back and forth in really immense price till they seem to be fixated on one price. So haggling here seems to be a big thing.
You got gypped, brother. Let's leave.
Well, I didn't know you were supposed. I just figured you'd give the money that it's worth, and then you get the
never
thing.
good at reading the room.
I really wasn't. I guess you're gonna have to buy my stuff from here on out.
Let me do the talking.
Well, I usually let you do the talking anyway. I'm going through
Pull him out.
my tinkerer's
For
tools.
the final time, I just his ear is nearly off his head. Alright. Now that little sidetrack is done, let's go help Sarwin find his pet food.
I'm sorry, who? Oh, yes, of course, yes. Uh-huh.
Humans.
Elves.
So, go ahead and start moving around your little token, if you like.
Right.
I'll start describing things here and there.
Is this does it look like a wall over here? Like we can't.
Sorry, yes, this is kind of like an archway, so that's kind of like
It's an archway. Okay, yeah. I'll start. Kind of. Shall we head that way? You said it was to the south, the market ward.
Where are we?
Where?
You're over here.
Right
The
up.
little token over there.
We're this little D20 token.
Oh, got it. Okay. Thanks.
So I guess we'll walk through the archway.
Yep. So as you start walking about, you can kind of see the walls are adorned with murals portraying giant reptiles and mythical heroes. You go through the buildings and whatnot. It's quite eventful, actually. Even though it's quite hot, you see these little children running around, playing quite a bit, bustling, sweating, laughing, swearing, and singing is pretty much everywhere. There are quite a bit of dressed in feathered hats and capes. You see minstrels in bright clothing, adorned with feathers and shells, perform at street corners.
What is it,
Miss-
Sarwin?
Did your father not recommend bug spray?
Yes, that's why we're headed to the market ward to purchase your materials and to buy bug spray.
Very well.
Unless you see a stall around these parts, and I'll kind of look around looking for a store.
And as you do that, around the corner over here, you will see this, what seems to be this large tent, like a market within. It has a title, the Grand Souk.
Maybe we'll find something in there.
See traders, some you kind of recognize have kind of like the same skin coloration as yourselves. From the Sword Coast, most likely. Where you see these timber, spices, medicine, concocted from jungle plants, dinosaur skulls, claws, iron, tiger pelts. It kind of goes on. There's quite a bit of things here. And you can quite easily tell, kind of going through it a little bit even, that anything you want, you can find here. And quite a bit of haggling once again. You hear these kind of like these shouts. Oh, that's 80 gold. No, that's 80 gold. Don't do me like this. No, that is 70. No, yeah. Okay, 60. Okay, 60. And they kind of just start haggling back and forth. It's everywhere, quite a bit.
I'll look around. Do I see anyone currently touting that they are selling bug repellent, or?
Roll me a perception check. Anyone who's looking for this, roll me a perception check.
Wow. There we go.
Alright, give me just a moment, sorry. Why do I keep doing this? I keep closing things I don't mean to close. I can't find it, of course. There we go. Alrighty. So, with... as you kind of are distracted by these haggling people, you're a little bit surprised at, like, the liveliness of this city. Everyone is really friendly, like, to one another. This looks like a really fun place, as Aaron is a little bit more on target. You will instantly recognize there are some things there that they sell for wizards, princesses, if you will. And pretty much 2 stalls so far. Further up, there would be kind of like these instances and canoes, and it seems to be this simple contraption, this leather tarp they also sell. It's kind of weird. But yeah, you will find both of them stalls that you need.
Right. I'll approach the bug repellent one, and I will say, "Greetings. I hear you have bug repellent for sale."
Kind of looks around, doesn't seem to hear you whatsoever over the commotions all around.
Speak up, sis.
Greetings! I hear you have bug repellent to sell.
Kind of looks at you. Ah, yes, sorry, miss, I did not see you. My name is Patty. How can I help you?
Hello, Patty. It's quite nice to meet
Bati.
you.
I think it was Bati.
Hello, Patty. It's quite nice to meet you. Do you have any wares for me to buy? We are looking for bug repellent for a trip further into the island.
Oh, adventurers, I see. Oh,
Yes.
very well, very well. Yes, I can help you, of course, of course. You need insect repellent. I have different sorts I have for this block of incense. If you light it, if anything around you will keep long far away from you. It smells really well as well, if I'd have to say myself. Or this gourd vial of salve, which you just go all over your body, and it's odorless and everything. What did you prefer?
Okay, the incense one. The incense one.
I will take a block of incense. How long would one of those last?
A block of incense, it lasts for 8 hours. It more or less keeps you safe from insects for about 20 feet from you. The salve is much, much better if you ask me, at the very least. You can get at least 20 uses out of it, and it lasts for 24 hours. And it doesn't watch off from the rain, and it's entirely waterproof, so you can even go for a swim if you like.
How about we'll take one of each?
Only one? As he kind of looks at the rest of the party.
I'm assuming, would you like me to purchase it for you all? What would you all like? But I'll take one of each for myself.
I don't think one gold vial.
I'll take the one that lasts 24 hours.
All right. So
That's a one, that's a two.
Group purchase for cheaper.
Yes, that was the plan.
A group purchase, so you want 5 salves then?
Sure, and 1 block of incense.
And 1 block of incense, that'd be 1 gold and 1 silver. You know what? I'll throw the incense in with you. I mean, you have 5 gold for all of it.
Well, I would presume since we might be doing you a favor, have you been affected by the death curse in this land? Do you know anyone who is currently suffering?
Death curse?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Have you not heard?
No?
Well, people are dying from whence if they were previously dead, and we're going out to solve that. It would be beneficial for you to give us a discount, because then you would have more customers.
Give me a persuasion check.
Wow.
Kind of looks at around a little bit. Miss, I don't know if you can tell, but this tent is packed. I got a lot of customers everywhere. Do you know how often I have replenished this table over here? Many, many times. Now, I suggest to you, since you are going so deep in the jungle, you need a rain catcher. And perhaps a canoe. You can't go wrong with a canoe.
Well, first things first. You said
I
5
mean, a
gold.
canoe sounds kind of cool. I mean,
Canoe.
Well, of course, you need it. There is a lot of water and whatnot, you know? You can't just go swimming in that muck. I can't even think of how disgusting that
Can I
is.
get an insight check to see if we actually need a fucking canoe?
well, who doesn't need a canoe, sis?
You can definitely tell he seems to be partially telling the truth. However, he definitely is seeming to try to sell you something that you might or might not need.
I mean, who doesn't need a canoe, sis? I mean,
I'm sure we can find.
there's a lot of water out there.
While he's talking, can I attempt to swipe something off the vendor?
All right. Sure. Give me a sleight of hand check.
We out here already, boys.
Now, bear in mind, before you do that, there is a lot of, people around. So, it's going to be difficult, I'm trying to say.
Okay. Would it be easier to pickpocket one of the people in the crowd?
Perhaps.
Jesus.
I'm just gonna bump into somebody in a crowded place and see if I can swipe something out of their pocket.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a performance check and then a sleight of hand check.
Jesus Christ!
Do I have inspiration?
You don't have inspiration now. Roll me a 1d4 real quick.
But you're not an Asian woman. That's the stereotype.
We started Tomb of Annihilation and got arrested in the city and never made it past.
I mean, I don't know this man.
I don't really know him either.
So
I'm trying to bunt this canoe.
as you bump yourself into a Cholton, has this quite a bit of stuff. You can tell he's done some shopping. You try and kind of bump into him. Not the best performance, kind of just walk it straight into him. You almost topple him over as you try and grab something quickly. And what you're trying to grab feels a little bit more fleshier than you want it to be.
Nice.
You grab the sack.
Please.
But I apologize.
And
I'm
you-
really sorry.
All you'd hear this distant scream of pain.
My dear
What-
man,
Yikes.
What's going on with our friend over there?
other people.
I've been molested!
I apologize. It was. I promise it was an accident. I just fell and ran, and then I'm just gonna run back to my group.
Oh my god.
You see him slightly, tearing up a little bit.
I'm gonna
Why is
laugh
no
my
one
ass
helping
off.
me?
I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
I will hand 5 gold over to Max, and I say, "You handle this," and then I will walk
am I-
over to the man.
Am I supposed to bargain?
I don't know. I'm dealing with this now.
As I see Orin walk away, I cast Mage Hand and kind of give him a little cup with the Mage Hand and start laughing and turn.
You
I'll,
start cupping the man that's on the ground? With
The
mage
guy
hand?
he just hit.
what the
So you're... So he's on the ground, and you're gonna cast Mage Hand, and the Mage Hand's gonna go straight for his stack as well?
Cool.
I will, get in front of this man. I will yell, "You two, stop it!" And then I'll, look back down on this man and like kind of like kneel down and say, "Are you all right?"
You see him in tears at the moment. As you start noticing guards start running forwards through the crowd.
Zuriel, protect me, please. And I'll say, Sir, are you all right? What has happened?
That man? He has an invisible hand? And it was touching me! Guards! Guards!
Hey. I'll like kind of like get real close and I'll hold out a handful of 5 gold coins and I'll say, "Could you just forget this?"
And you're trying to buy me off with only 5 gold? How dare you!
What? If it's 5 gold, that's a lot of money.
For what I've just been through?
Another 5.
What?
I'll give him another 5.
10 gold.
At
You'll
that
be-
point, the guards still arrive and the guards yell out, "What is going on here?" As he grabs the golds quickly, the 10 gold.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you that these men and women are so nice people?
They're so nice people. Yes, we are very nice people. Everything is okay.
Sir, are you drunk? You seem drunk.
They were just playing
Oh,
games.
no, I am not. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There might be better things for you to do. I'm sorry. And with that, he starts grabbing his stuff. And,
Yeah.
It was good doing business with you. As he gives you a smug smile.
Have a nice day, sir.
And if you ever need your sack grabbed again,
It was a close one. That could have been really bad, guys.
I'll walk over to Oron and I'll say, "You owe me 5 gold."
I apologize. Usually that trick works very well in the city that I
You
am
can
from.
pay me back in battle.
Here, no. You take 5 gold here. I give to you.
And I'll turn to Vivian. I'll say, "You might want to get back your gold from that one." And I point at Sarn.
Hold on, did they see me cast Mage Hand?
Yes.
Crowd it, right?
Mage Hand is invisible.
But it's
Vivian
also
looks over.
asymmatic and verbal.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But if you're in the crowd and the eyes are not on you,
Yes. But do you know what my visual and my voice for the Mage Hand?
Sounds like a cunt. That's what it sounds like.
with that, it starts to die down a little bit. The traffic starts going again as the Bati kind of looks back at you. Max, as you seem to have been trying to pay for it. Oh, sorry. That was quite a commotion.
yeah, I don't know.
Yes, 5 gold for the salves and the block of incense, please.
Yeah, in what ingredients do you use in your incense? Actually, as I'm rifling around for the gold.
Well, that is a trade secret, is it not? Not gonna
Oh,
give
I
that
mean-
away so quickly.
Well, I would imagine not, but I mean, do you find that citronelle works better than, say, other herbs as well?
I do not know.
Touches his nose like Santa Claus.
Now, did the raincatcher or the canoe interest you? It is very
What?
essential.
What
Wait,
is
how
the
does-
rain catcher for?
Yeah, what is that? How does a rain catcher work?
You do not know what the raincatcher is? Oh, my friend, let me tell you. A
Yes.
raincatcher is this nice little thing as he grabs this small contraption with this 5-foot square tarp, leather tarp,
Okay.
and wooden frame with legs.
All right.
So you do it like this as he opens it up and stretches it a little bit.
Okay.
And then you put it on the ground when it's raining, and then you can catch a good 2 gallons of drinking water for rainfall,
Alright.
you know?
It rains quite often here in the jungle, and if you're out there, you can't drink from the river, or you will quickly shit it out.
Yeah, no, I would imagine drinking from the river would be bad. So how does it work again? And I'd like to hold the object while he shows me how it works.
All right. With that, he will kind of just do that.
Okay.
Well, you see, here, hold it there.
Okay.
As you stretch it over there, and you put it on the ground, you kind of, if there is sand and whatnot, you can shovel it up a little bit so it doesn't move with the wind. And then when
Okay.
the rain falls, it kind of opens up and goes in deeper.
Oh, interesting. And do you find that this mechanism controls the collapsing? Is that how this works?
Well, yes, of course.
Okay,
It
and
is
so
very
then it
good
folds.
mechanism.
Okay, and so then it folds. Oh, interesting. Well, I think that if we need one, I think we will absolutely come see you about it. Did I learn enough with my keen mind to replicate one of these with my magical tinkering?
Roll me a. What would that be? Flat out intelligence, perhaps?
Flat
with
out
advantage, I'd
intelligence?
say. Yeah,
Okay.
with advantage.
All right.
There we go.
Yes. Easily, you can
Okay.
most likely easily replicate this.
Okay.
Especially
excellent.
with the supplies you found at, saw at the Temple of God.
Okay, excellent.
Now, Sarwin, would you like to go and purchase your pet food?
Yes, please.
And if we find we do need a canoe, we will be back for your canoe.
As he puts his finger up.
Of course you will, because I have the good things.
Yes, you do.
Katrina,
What?
will you please buy it for me?
Hand me the gold. How much would you like?
I have two.
What am I buying?
It depends. Sometimes you can buy it individually, and sometimes you can buy it as a pack.
Yeah, what object is it? It's incense, by the way. Just like,
It's charcoal,
yes.
incense, and some herbs. I already have the brass brazier, so I don't need that. But
All right.
the charcoal and it's got to be 10 gold worth. 10.
All right. Then hand me however much you want me to buy. Do you just want one set?
Let's make it 2. So I already have 2. That will give me 4. They tend to die. I don't know
All right.
why.
So you'll
But
hand me 20 gold.
I do
All right.
use them to hunt.
All right. I'll take it and I'll walk over to the magic stand.
To hunt, I thought most elves were in fact vegetarian and did not approve the eating of meat.
For sport.
I hunt for humans.
You hunt for humans. I can't imagine that we're that good eating. I mean, they're much more higher caloric.
Game.
My parents originally were an adventuring group, and they learned how to hunt for the group, so they taught me.
Ah, okay. And you
But-
find you actually prefer the taste of meat to the taste of roots and vegetables and things of that nature?
I like it all. I think I get the sport out of using my familiar to hunt the prey, and then I find when I firebolt it, it gets rid of the feathers and cooks much.
Ah, interesting. Okay. And you see Max open the journal. Okay, I stand corrected. I just assumed that most elves were vegetarian, but thank you for informing me of your nature.
Very well. Of course, we did live alone in a cabin in the woods, so
I'll the wizard stall.
Yep.
And I will yell again. Hello, I'm hoping to purchase familiar supplies.
With that, this woman steps up, dark-skinned as well.
Hello. my name is Dilla. How can I help?
Pleasure to meet you, Dilla. I was hoping to purchase 2 sets of familiar supplies.
2 sets of familiar supplies? Okay. Let's see. You would need some incense
Isn't
for
that they're
that,
familiars?
Yes.
what was
I
that,
believe
sorry?
so, and charcoal?
Yes, of course, the charcoal. It's pretty good charcoal. I can grab 2 sets, you said?
Yes.
I'm going to send my hawk in to sit on his shoulder while he buys it. You're standing there and all of a sudden the hawk shows up on your shoulder.
Yes.
Ah, beautiful beast, beautiful beast. I like it, I like it. Okay. Well, that would be a total of 20 gold, please.
Well, you see, I am buying this for a quite particularly influential wizard. I'm sure he would bring his patronage here again at some point if you were to give him a slight discount.
A side discount. Go on then. What would you be wanting to give you, yeah?
I would say that 15 gold would be a fair price.
15 gold? Are you trying to starve my children?
No, of course not. But
This is fine product, you know.
I think that he would spend far more than 15 gold later. If he were to
check
go.
real quick.
Come on, baby. Damn.
You just are rolling for shit tonight, James.
Honestly. I hope this doesn't happen during combat.
Okay, look, I understand,
really
okay?
big pocket
However,
if you ran a
less than
person.
17 I cannot give you, yeah?
17? That seems quite fair, thank you.
17, okay.
Yes.
Go on, 17 gold.
And I'll hand her over.
Children will be eating bread tonight, I guess.
How much did we all have to take out for the bug repellent, by the way?
It was only 5
gold total.
So, I mean, I think,
You
I
have,
paid for
20
it. I
applications,
paid
so-
for it because I gave 5 to Max, so I paid for it. I don't really mind. It was 17 gold, so I have 53. And I'll walk out and I'll say, I was able to get it for 18 gold instead of 17. Here's your change. And I'll hand him 2 gold.
You are a very efficient human.
Yes.
All right.
And I'll give him 1 gold back. I'll give her 1 gold back. Like I'm tipping.
Yeah. Quite kind, Master Elf.
Anything for the help.
And I'll say, well, should we secure ourselves rooms before we head up to go meet Wakanga?
And keep your eyes peeled for a university or a library of some kind. I think some research before we head into the jungle might be in order.
Of course.
Do you know if there is a place of worship for my god anywhere in this village?
What is your god?
Kimberly. I just would like to pay my respects if I can.
Well, I'm sure we can ask around. Do I see any guards around?
There would definitely be guards about, yeah.
And what did you say your god's name is?
Kimberly.
Auberly?
Umberly.
Kimberly. Yes.
Sorry, it cuts out every 2 seconds. Yeah. I will approach one of the guards and I'll say, "Excuse me, is it a man or a woman?"
Would be a man, yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Would you happen to know if there is a church of Umberly around these parts?
Umberly? No.
Yes. No? Well, thank you. One last thing. Is there a university or some kind of place of learning? A library, maybe?
No.
Thank you. And I'll leave him alone. He doesn't believe that there is one. But I'm sure we can ask around. Hopefully there is a small shrine or something.
I do appreciate that.
Of course.
Can I guess that'd be a religion check. I'm not exactly that great, but can I religion check to see if they worship Umberly here in Chult?
Go ahead.
What is this god? Umberly?
Yes, she is known as the Bitch Queen, Queen of the Depths, the Wave Mother.
Hell yeah.
The depths.
With that 15, you don't recall anything about, Umberly
Okay.
being ever mentioned in Chult.
Okay.
I don't think she has any followers here, but I'm sure you could set up your own shrine, or if you have a token, you can pray to that.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Hopefully she will hear your calls being so close to the ocean. And I wave my hand to the fresh sea air.
Thank you. I would hope so.
Who do you worship, Mr. Orion?
I do not worship any gods. I just
He worships the god of thieves and pickpockets.
I just have
Just
slippery hands.
unknowingly.
When you say that, I'm gonna realize, because I didn't realize it, and you're gonna see me start checking my own pockets.
I'll kind of talk directly to Aron. Could we try not to pull that stunt again? We nearly got killed by those guards.
I promise I will do my best. But sometimes it's hard to, when I see
I understand. And if anything, just try to do it when there's less people around.
Oh yes. I was trying to grab a gold sack, and I grabbed a sack. It's not fun.
Common mistake.
Especially for you, sis.
Give a sneer towards a man. My private life is none of your business, Mac.
Couldn't resist.
Alrighty, with that, are you guys going to start moving further on? Towards the Red Bazaar?
Yeah, sure. And I'll have my head on the swivel for any kind of place of learning, bookstore, library of any kind, that kind of thing.
Alrighty. As you start moving through the streets and whatnot, you can quickly realize that these medium and large-sized dinosaurs are pretty much all used as beasts of burden. Tall two-wheeled cars, hoist heavy loads of grains, tow boats along the canals. It goes on quite a bit. As you get to this point, you will actually see this Grand Colosseum over here.
Oh, a fight! Zariel would be displeased if we didn't at least go check it out. Shall we?
What?
I thought she wanted to get our rooms first.
But I did not know there was a Colosseum.
Well, it's a pretty obvious feature of this town. I mean, if you'd read anything about this place, if you read anything really, then you would know about it. But yes, you're right. We can impose upon your baser instincts.
I swear, if you weren't my brother, you would have lost that tongue long ago.
I'm used to it.
But it's up to the group. I'd be happy to travel there, but if you guys want to go and secure our rooms first, that would be fine as well.
I don't mind either way. I watched my brothers fight, and then my brothers defeated my other brother, and he was so ashamed of losing, he took out his own eye, because he was too scared to look him in the eye, so he took out his own eye.
I would what?
That's impressive.
Awful.
Oh.
Just like in fandom, both opposites. That was so perfect.
I mean, usually one's pain tolerance before you can actually do any kind of cutting or surgery on yourself usually causes the person to pass out. But that's impressive that he managed to tolerate his own pain and remove an eye.
Well, in my family, we are long lineage of martial training. Let's just call it that.
Really? And again, you said before that you're an elf, and you see him opens it, but then you have other parentage. What is your parentage? Tell me about your. As Max starts writing in his journal about
Your journal. It just pulls your journal out of your bag and begins writing in it. I take much better notes.
Alrighty. As you start coming up closer towards the Red Bazaar, which is this one story. Not one story, sorry. This is one little area with these two buildings pretty much opposite of one another. One of them is called the Thundering Lizard, and the other one is Kaya's House of Repose. Both of them being inns. Thundering Lizard, you can instantly hear kind of like yelling and whatnot within as you see someone being kicked out for being too drunk. And the other one, you kind of see this peaceful kind of like area opening up. Very well-behaved people, luxurious if you will.
You sure you don't want to stay in that other one there?
Why would I ever want to stay there? That seems like no fun.
I do not like crowds.
Seems a little bit quieter. We can talk more, plan our adventure more.
If you insist. However, we are going to visit the Colosseum if I'm not allowed to go there, and she'll point at the Thundering Lizard.
Well, I'm not saying we can't like grab a drink there, but I'm just thinking if we want to actually do any planning and have any conversation.
Say fine. We'll find rooms at the Repo.
Arden, look, that guy looks like he has money.
Jeez.
Do not tempt me. I have a disease.
Alrighty. So wait, I might have missed it, but whereabouts are you going? In the Thunder Lizard or the other one?
The Repo.
Quieter one to stay.
quieter one,
secure rooms.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so Kaya's House of Repose. As you walk in, you instantly feel this slight, chill air in the room. It's chilly at first for a second as you go in because it's such a difference in temperature. But as you stay there for like a good few moments, it is actually really, really nice. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's actually quite perfect. Yes.
Just to do like a bit of inventory management. So the bug repellent, how much does that weigh?
Good question. That is a pound.
A pound?
Yes, a pound.
And it's got 30 uses, you said?
20.
20 uses.
So 20 for 24 hours each.
24. And the block of incense is one-time use for 8 hours?
Yes, indeed.
And then I was, instead of burning it, I was trying to pick it away and study it and see if I can't replicate the smell.
I'll hand it to my brother because he seems...
Alright.
Interested.
Yeah, you wouldn't really be able to do that whilst
have...
traveling, though. You'd have to, take your time a little bit. Perhaps when you're resting.
Yep.
What were you saying?
Everyone should mark down what, they have their bug repellent.
Bug salve.
Yep.
The applications do matter.
And I'm sorry, how many
guys
pounds?
actually, as you got it, did you guys actually start smearing yourselves in with it?
Does it seem like this area is infested with bugs?
It is pretty much everywhere. Yeah, flies
All right.
everywhere. It's
Yeah,
horrible.
I mean, if it is definitely
well,
a
it's not really
problem,
horrible, but
then I would use one.
all right.
Kind of.
You can definitely tell as you walk through the streets. However, like there are these areas where perhaps like other people have this instance burning currently, so you can definitely tell some areas are a little bit clearer from bugs. But so
I'll just use
you're not
it.
swarmed by bugs, but there are definitely bugs about.
Yeah.
And then I'm sorry. How much was it, or how many poundage?
20. It's 1 pound for 20 uses. Each use is 24 hours.
Yes.
Okay.
The block of
20
incense is whatever incense is weighed, which I think is like 0.1. Or 0.5, something like that. Doesn't have a weight, so there you go. Incense is weigh anything.
Okay. I would
Minuscule.
imagine it's
We'll buy 300,000, please.
yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna probably chop it up and study it here in a minute. So it's or at the end of the session, so it's irrelevant anyway.
So is there an innkeeper?
Yes, sorry. There is indeed a woman. She welcomes you. Hello, I am Fipna. Fipia.
Hello, Finn.
Welcome to the Kaya's House of Repose.
Thank you.
Is there a room I can secure for all of you?
Yes, there will be 5 of us staying the night. How much would room and board be?
Most certainly. For a night's stay, as well as for food, accommodations, and whatnot, would be a gold piece.
For all of us, or a gold piece each?
For each one of you, yes.
Alright. Well, I will pay for both me and my brother, and I'll put down 2 pieces of gold.
Very well. Names, please, as she grabs this little feather and starts writing.
Katrina and Max Blackfield.
Very well. You will be staying one night, will you?
Correct.
Only one night, very nice. Okay, the rest of you, please. Your full names?
Sir Warren. And here is the gold.
Do you have a last name, Mr. Sarwarin?
Chris didn't think of that.
Is everyone looking for the last name now?
Need to check in.
Katrina and I were the easiest ones.
Yeah.
Alright. Is it easy to presume you guys will all give your last names when when you have one?
Ari ja Morojan Lukari. Näpä tänä kohta.
Alright. If possible, however, Vivian and Sarwin, when you have your last name, do tell me, or like put in your character sheet, whatever. If not, look, night please. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you sent me that. Cool. Then, yeah, she'll write that down. And well, you are allowed to stay here as long as you like. Till tomorrow midday, like this time, more or less. Can I procure any of you anything to drink? Perhaps some tea, or perhaps some cucumber water?
Shit! Did you say cucumber water?
Most certainly, yes, cucumber water.
I have heard tale. May I have a glass of that?
Most definitely.
I think I better stay safe with the tea.
No, it's
we're
not
new.
tea. It's tea.
Then I'll have.
It's this fermented drink made from honey.
Cucumber water, then.
You know, I heard there was a great warrior that our father fought alongside who all he craved was this drink.
I had a brother who drank, cucumber water, and he was a little, waves his hand, and now he cuts hair. He does hair for women.
He does hair for women.
Yeah, I do not respect him, so I will take alcohol.
Very well, take it is.
Why would he only cut hair for women?
He's
Madam, do you have any orc soup?
Orc
Orc soup. We are not barbarians.
Hmm.
Orc.
Is there a lot? Is there a lot of orc in orc soup?
Do you mean pork soup?
Orc soup. It's very good.
Well, how do you make orc soup? And you see, Max opens up his journal again and starts writing.
Katrina puts her hand over his notebook. We are not having orc soup.
Well, I'm just trying to collect all of the various delicacies of Faerun.
My parents told me a story once. Went to this out of town, I think it was a place in Vandalin, not sure. But yes, they got served orc soup, and it had bits of orc with veggies, and the good part was it was in the skull of an orc.
Oh, fascinating. That
You
didn't make
can-
you sick at all.
Pretty much instantly see Fipia, just this shocking face, this face of shock, and just disgust as well. Kind of just intermingled with one another.
Please. Do not
Yes, we do not serve that here, and please don't bring that in our fine establishment.
How much would the cucumber water be?
Oh, as I said, it is all on the establishment. It goes with the 1 gold for staying here.
Have we gotten it yet?
No.
Okay.
Our services aren't that quickly.
No,
I've
I
just
was
noticed.
wondering if time had passed between orc soup and now.
I mean, she's still taking everyone's order.
Exactly.
Your font is wine, madam.
Fine wine, okay. And, madam, anything for you?
Do you have any clam chowder?
I think so, yes. I think we have some of that. We can make something like that.
Can you make
Wonderful.
clam chowder but with orcs? That was a joke. No, I did not say that.
Everything tastes like chicken. Everything tastes like clam.
Just something.
Why don't you all go into the garden and relax a little bit, and I shall bring you all your refreshments.
We just stressed this one out so much.
With that, I presume you all go to the garden. You
Yes.
see, there is no actual, what seems to be tables, no chairs either. Just these pillows and whatnot, stuffing, as well as this kind of like this singular, table, very low.
O'Neill. I'm assuming it's like one of those get-ups. You kind of
What was
sit. It's like a low table where you kind of sit around it.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And amongst in the corner, you would find, crap. I lost the name for it. Oh no. Kind of like a pipe.
Oh, hookah.
A hookah. That's it. Yeah. Thank you.
No problem. Maybe not that I partake or anything.
I'm hitting that.
But yeah, and you see this little fountain. It's really relaxing. It's really quiet. It actually, this would quite quickly be recognized as perhaps this different, or perhaps affected by a spell or something. But the outside noise and whatnot is entirely muffled out. It's quiet, peaceful. You have the
Wow.
certain people here and there. It's actually really nice and relaxing. You will see also a bulletin board that seems to advertise several guides and whatnot that lead you into. That seems to be offering themselves to lead you into the jungle, so that you don't get lost.
And what are these guides?
With that, oh, sorry, yeah.
I was going to say they're people who take us into the jungle. That's
I know what
guides
guides are. I was asking what their names were.
Oh, well,
Alright.
you didn't specify that.
Miscreant?
Miscreant's up to no good. I'm just trying to be.
No good.
When you two are done bickering, should we talk about a plan and maybe supplies?
Sure, let's talk about a plan. We need to find where the soulmonger reside. Hopefully some local legends could lead us to that. Oh, these are the handouts?
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to give them to you, but they're.
Oh, no problem. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Cool. Wow.
There you go. Yeah,
Oh.
you guys can have a good look, read of that whenever you like.
All right. And then once we have some ideas, then one of these guides, I would imagine Katrina's a slight better judge of character than I am, can hopefully lead us to where it's hidden, if there's any such legends exist. So far, we've found all of the mercantile aspects, but perhaps our host can let us know where the more erudite hang out, and we can go from there.
I do have the ability to help us hunt when we travel. However, if we go underground, not so much. So, do
They're
we
all
need
fucking
to
trash talking each other. Jesus.
What was that?
All these guys are just trashing on each other.
However, with that, how about we take a 10-minute break real quick for bathroom and drink and whatnot?
Sure.
Does that sound good? You have some time to read the handouts as well, and perhaps plan a little bit ahead of what you guys are going to be doing. Alrighty, be right back.
ERB.
I don't know, sis. I tend to like Iku.
I do quite agree. However, Father traveled with it to Baxi once, and I think that their folk are quite reliable.
Well, I haven't been in the world long, but so far I've found that, different people are, different. Our own mage here, Sarwin.
They are brother and
is not-
sister, just like us. And I also quite like the idea of having our fee waived if we were to help Azakas. We would, for one, help her, and then two, we wouldn't even have to pay a cent. I think our three best options are Iku, Asaka, or River Mist and Flask of Wine. I more tend towards River Mist, though. They seem like good folk. Plus, they don't, that we could just equal share the treasure with them, and
Well, I'm not entirely certain that I'm in this for treasure. I'm in this to...
yes, exactly, and we wouldn't have to pay them then if we were to split the treasure, or we could just pay 4 gold a day. Seem to have been doing it for quite a long time. But I do like the promise of Iku saying that she would give her gold to charity.
Well, and I think we could appeal to Iku and her sense of trying to do something good. We're not here to, as she uses the term, pillage the antiquity. It would be far from it. I would be interested to study, yes, and interested to document, of course, but the only thing we wish to stop is the soulmonger. The rest of this antiquity, as she puts it, should stay here with Cholt.
But there are, as we've learned already, people in our party who do not agree with that sentiment. So having another clash would be quite bad, I would say. And if we were to lose our guide in the middle of Cholt, it would be not very good. And I do like the idea of saving this town of Firefinger.
I am back.
And destroying evil Petra folk.
But do we know the Petra folk are evil just based off of
Do we know
her
that
description?
Iku is kind?
Good point. I'll trust your insight into.
I would say that the most ambiguous out of all of them would be River Mist and Flask. They seem to be just wanting to run a business.
I would say that River Mist and Flask are cheapest, and also they do not need a 30-day advance.
Yes. And we could also just share the treasure with them and not even have to pay them a dime.
Or not share treasure with them at all, and just, yeah.
Wait, are all of the rest of these working for Jobel?
I do not know. I know that Iku is working for Jobel, the one who says that.
Okay, yeah, 30.
So anyone who's looking for the 30-day payment ahead of time is.
I see.
Roll me a history check, Max.
Sure.
Quite studious. Um, 12 is slightly enough, yeah. So, this Jobal person that's mentioned a few times, Jobal is one of the merchant princes. So, essentially, he's kind of like the one that runs the guides and
Maybe
sells
we
swords
should
and whatnot here.
talk to Wakanda and get his advice.
I think so.
Father seems to trust him.
It's a good place to start, in any way.
Yes.
But in the absence
And Max, you're able
Oh.
to like memorize stuff, right, and remember it.
Oh yes,
So
absolutely.
you can memorize all this information so that you can like ask Wakanka about this stuff.
Yes.
I'm just gonna go use the bathroom real quick.
Okay. And so, Rebel, just with you just want us to make sure we don't end up over carrying capacity with the encumbrance system.
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
So it's going to be
I
a
was-
little bit stricter from then, Vernus.
Sure. Yeah, no, I was just trying to figure out what I was... Because I didn't know what would happen, so I kept messing with the weight of the bug salve until I saw that you actually get a little message saying over-carrying capacity. So,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
It should be, it should be like 10... No, wait.
15
That's it.
times your strength.
15 times, yeah, your strength.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
I realize we will get a guide, but I am also very good with maps and geography and such.
It will be used.
Can we attempt to obtain a map that
I believe we received one from my father.
It is a map of the area.
The map of the area, but not of where we're headed.
I believe he told us that there was not much of this island mapped.
Oh, well that is very helpful. That you possess.
And I'm sure you'll be able to
skills.
keep our guides honest by double checking their work.
Yes, what I'll do is I do have some paper and some ink, and I shall mark it as we travel. That way, if we lose the guide, hopefully I shall get us.
In an accidental, fortunate accident. Kind of felt like I was hinted there. Also, one thing I forgot to mention, this map over here that you can see, that I just gave out again. You see, like, you've got Port Nazaru, where you currently are, and then you have the green from the jungle, I mean, and then it becomes a little bit brown, and then browner in the middle. Kind of to the southwest, east, I mean, ish. That is essentially kind of like undead infested areas.
Undead infested areas.
Yes.
Oh, excellent.
And the browner it gets, the more infested it is.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's cool, guys.
I suggest we go there first, because clearly the undead would probably be first affected by this soul crushing.
Well, could we stop by the market ward? Maybe we can pick up some more supplies there and then head up to go and meet Wakanga?
Shall we?
Maybe if we have time, we could stop by the Colosseum. What time of day is it currently?
It is currently midday.
Okay.
And you have till midday paid up, essentially, with a gold piece.
Till midday
the only
tomorrow,
thing-
right?
Yes. till
Okay.
midday tomorrow.
Yeah.
With the gold piece, you still have to claim, if you will, in air quotes, your dinner and your sleep.
Yeah.
So you have your
Okay.
drink, and you already have that, essentially.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. What's the name again? Sorry. Max. Hookah. That's it. The hookah and the relaxation areas, they're you can go there wherever, as long as you pay the gold piece.
Are there any other guests here, or are we the first ones?
Most certainly. And actually, when we're all back, is everyone back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty. With that, how about, I presume you guys are spending here like a good hour or so?
Sure. Yeah, I think we're like discussing and talking about the guides.
What the plan is? Yeah.
Alright. Roll me a 1d100 real quick.
Who? Everyone?
Everyone, yes. Good rolls, good rolls. Alrighty. So, as you are talking to one another, you will, probably Max more than anyone actually, will recognize a singular figure. Someone that you might look up to a little bit.
No.
Oh,
Philip.
holy shit!
He's staying in this inn. He kind of just casually orders some cucumber water, goes to a corner, has these like 10 books with him. Kind of sets them aside, lays them on the table, opens one up, starts smoking from the hookah.
As soon as Max recognizes him, he's gonna head over to him.
All right, you walk up to the table. You're quite relatively larger since he's sitting on the ground essentially.
Right. I don't mean to disturb you, but you bear a striking resemblance to a Volo Thumb.
Looks up with a slight pleased look on his face. Well, yes, of course. I am Volo Thumb Gedarm. Nice to meet you.
The
Are
great
you a
Volo
fan?
here. I'm well read of your works. May I share your hookah with you?
Most certainly. Most certainly. Take a seat. As he kind of
so
pushes his books to the side a little bit.
I sit down and say, I am Maximilian, known to my friends as Max Blackfield. We're here in town under a rather auspicious... Have you heard anything about, or rumors of this, and I kind of lower my voice, a death curse going around? It seems to affect people who have returned from after having been raised from clerics or any other means for that matter.
Now that you mentioned it, yes, I have heard some tale of that, yes. Don't know much about it, I am afraid. Is that why you're here?
It is, and I'm going to look around and kind of drop my voice. Have you ever heard the term soulmongerer?
I can't say I have, no.
Hmm.
I do know that some people have been affected by it seems, but names or anything like that, I can't help you with that, I'm sorry. Perhaps, if you are interested, I am currently working on this book, as he grabs one from his pile and puts it down in front of you. This hardcover book of Volo's Guide to Monsters.
Hell yeah! Holy shit!
Well, I am currently, looking to sell these to adventurers that are willing to go out exploring and going into the scary jungle from Chult, which might help you. It has quite a bit of information about monstrous things you might encounter out there.
I know. Even if we weren't headed out there, I would want this book. How much are you selling it for?
Well, for this nice hardcover, I sell it for 50 gold. And if you would want, I can sign it for you as well. As you're such a nice man.
I kind of look through. I'm a little short at the moment. I have of 30, and it's an insult to offer that to one such as well traveled and well respected as yourself. But that's all I have on me at the moment.
I see. That is certainly too bad.
Can I at least look through some of the pages? Do you mind?
Have a sneak peek of the first 2 pages, why not?
Who did we lose?
The bot.
Bot. Oh, okay.
You also can ask your sister for money.
Sorry, hold on a second. I'm being interrupted. So yes, I'll peruse that book for a moment, and I'll be right back.
Right. He loses himself in the book for a moment. Alright, whilst Max is talking to him, what are you guys be doing? You can definitely tell, like, from a distance, you can definitely tell he seems to be trying to sell the book towards Max.
As Max is entrenched in the book, I'll use Mage Hand to kind of like tap Volo on the shoulder and would he be able to like see me like casting it?
He wouldn't really be focused on you, so no, he wouldn't.
Okay, I'll like walk closer, but trying to not let like Max see what I'm doing, and try to wave over to Volo.
Kind of looks at you and
I'll like kind of like
gives you a
wave,
nod.
like, come over here, please.
Sarwarren is going to look at you and just you and be like, "Huh, you have Mage Hand too?"
Yes. I'm gesturing to Volo to come over.
He kind of looks over at you, but he kind of
I hold up a
just
bag
points
of coin.
at the.
I hold up a bag of coin.
He kind of seems to ponder for a moment and kind of gets up.
I'm still poring over the book.
Yep. Max does not know what is going on.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah. Say, as he comes over, say, what are you speaking to my brother about?
Oh, that's your brother?
Yes.
Max, was it?
Yes, I am Katrina. And I put out my hand.
Ah. As he grabs it and gives it a slight kiss.
Oh, thank you. Would
A beautiful lady as yourself deserves a kiss.
Thank you. Are you selling him something over there?
Oh, yes. Well, I'm not trying to sell anything, I would say. He's a fan of mine, and he would like to, well, peruse my book that I have written as of late.
Do not sell it to him. And I hand him. How much would it be to purchase a copy in your signature?
And a signature, 50 gold.
Here, take this. And I'll hand him 50 gold, and I'll say, do not sell it to him. Tell him you've changed your mind.
Gives a slight nod. I like it. A lady of great taste.
Is it just like the actual D&D book of Volo's Guide?
Essentially, yes. It gives you kind of like the lore of some beasts and whatnot. It gives you like the general information of every creature in the Volo thing.
And so let's just for mechanics' sake say it starts with beholders. Like it, I'm looking at my physical copy right now. Or what does it
yes,
start
it
with,
does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I'll finish because he only told me to peruse the first part of it, right? Like I couldn't look through all.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I'm gonna look up from the book and be all like, Do you really think beholders are this? I mean, this is fascinating reading. I really need to read more. Hey, now I finally realize other people. Hey, sis, can I borrow some money? I only have 30 gold and I want to get this book. This is an amazing book.
Sorry, I don't have any left.
But
I
come
seem
on,
to have spent it all. Klutz like me.
Anybody?
$500 million,
Does anyone?
was it? Relax for a
Sorry?
moment. I see how important this book is to you. How about I just gift it to you?
A gift?
Is a slight nod.
Seriously?
You seem to be wanting it, and you seem really, really invested in it. Some people might even learn from it.
Well, is there anything I can get for you?
Perhaps, how about a tea?
Of course, absolutely.
Then let's drink on it. And suck on the hookah. And become great friends. And call me Volo.
Of course. That'd be amazing. Volo, yeah.
He grabs a book for a moment, opens it up first page, and signs it up for Maximilian. Great adventures seem to be. And he gives this, as Max is clearly kind of looking at the book again, kind of gives a wink to you, Katrina.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I give a nod back and then go back to my cucumber water.
So I'd like to use my magical tinkering to create a static visual effect of Volo's face just right underneath the signature.
A little creepy, but alright.
Absolutely.
But yeah, alright. So you can have yourself a good time with Volo. Meanwhile, is anyone else doing anything for the coming kind of hour or so?
I'm just waiting around until everybody's ready to head to the shopping district.
And then I'd like to find out from Volo if he knows if there's any guild halls or libraries or just places of learning in the city.
What kind of side on?
We're gonna ask Wakanga what he thinks would be best before we decide. But I'm leaning towards River Mist and Flask of Wine.
And how many rations should we bring for this trip?
Alright, sorry. So for Volo, sorry, I would be able to quickly tell you that Wakanga is the one to see for any knowledge, information, or lost lore. He kind of a collector, if you will, to Sun's Shinx. So he'll be able to help you. But personal, like an actual library, there's nothing really to be found here.
Okay.
There are, books and whatnot to be found in temples and whatnot, but they probably won't have anything that intrigues you.
Okay. All right. I'll fanboy out with Volo, perusing the book as I smoke on the hookah and try and pick up an intellectual debate about this comment or that comment or whatnot.
Yeah, he's more than happy to talk with you about everything. He seems really into it as well. And yeah, essentially it is Volo's Guide to Monsters. You know, you wouldn't see any stat blocks or anything like that, but
Right.
you can find quite a bit of information in it. Any information you find in there is viable for whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Alrighty. Then with that, everyone starts getting ready to leave for the... Was it the marketplace or the Wakanga that you were going this time?
I think we're gonna go to the market ward first, and then head to Wakanga.
Alrighty.
Well, and
So,
Katrina wanted to check out the arena. I can.
The Coliseum, yeah. So I think we're gonna hit the
Okay.
market ward, then the Coliseum, then Wakanga, and then head back to go to bed at the end, because that
Alright.
seems like a full day there.
keep closing things, so I don't mean to. Anyway, as you start heading to the market board, you can pretty much find anything and everything that you can, like from player handbook wise. The only thing that seems to be quite difficult to find is heavy armor. People don't seem to be wanting to, sell heavy armor. Quickly, you can find out the reasoning is heavy armor in this heat is deadly.
Do you think that having a medium armor would be at a disadvantage here, or?
No, you're
Okay.
definitely hot. You're sweating a little bit more. There's
But it's not
people
like
that
I'm
aren't
going
wearing
to.
any armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Max, would it be okay if I borrowed a gold from you? I spent one to purchase your room. Max? Maximilian, get out of your book.
No, I just toss you my coin purse. I don't.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, you give me all of it? Right. How much was in there? 30?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, I'll take it, and I'm gonna look for a jeweler of some kind.
I'm pretty good at jewel crafting. If you.
I'll say, I was hoping to create a bracer of some kind for Vivian. Would you be able to do so?
Oh, yes.
No, you're not here.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
This is a ghost.
Yeah. For her
well,
altar. Something to place there for her.
Let's
If
see.
you are not willing to bend the knee to the gods, then I will go and purchase one.
Well, I can. So out of character, would tinkering tools be enough to make? But I would. I mean, I don't have my. I'm proficient in jewel crafting, but I don't have jewel crafting tools.
You need jewel crafting tools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will just go purchase one. Thank you, Max. Enjoy
if
your
you
book.
Right, but if you get the tools, I can fix that for
But-
you. I don't mind.
I can just purchase one for a small amount. We won't ever need to make something again like that.
Okay. I go back to my book.
Yeah. I'll find a jeweler or like a figurine store of some kind.
Yeah, you can easily find that.
I'll look for like an effigy that means something of the sea, or maybe some sea glass, or some kind of bracer with
you would
waves
be able to
on it.
find pretty quickly, actually, this kind of like this wooden necklace, more or less. And on the kind of like the bigger part of it, the pendant, is this engraving of waves.
Yeah, I'll ask the shopkeep. How much would this be?
Oh, that is really, really cheap for 1 gold.
Oh, thank you. And I'll hand him over 1 gold. And then I'll take it and I'll find Vivian. And I'll say, Vivian, for your altar, I wanted to make you feel more at home here, since you're coming all this way to travel with us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate this.
Yes. I want to say again, I appreciate your help with saving our father. He is a great man.
Of course, I would do
This-
anything.
This world will be much dimmer if he leaves us. May the light of Zerial protect you, and I'll hand you the necklace. And then
See, give us safe passage.
yes. and I will go out. I will buy. So right now we have 20 days worth of bug repellent. So I would say I'm gonna buy 20 more rations, 10 for me and 10 for Max. How much would that cost?
Rations would be whatever rations are, which I think is 5 silver.
5 silver, yeah. So
Alright.
20. So that would be 10 gold, right?
Yes.
I will attempt to haggle with the person selling them. I will say, since I'm buying in such bulk, would you be willing to offer me a discount?
Roll me a persuasion check. 17. You can quite get to the softer side of the man selling it, as after some
Flash him a
bickering,
smile.
he'll sell it to you for 7 gold. Well, that's a low
Thank
silver.
Thank you. You are very generous. And I'll mark that off. So, Max, she'll hand you a bundle of 10 additional rations.
I'm sorry, what? Your food? What?
Yeah, so
Oh.
10 more rations. Yes, we'll need it for the trip. Are you
Okay.
able to carry them, or do you need me to carry them for you?
Well, I think I can fit them in.
Okay.
Actually, just barely.
Is anyone else buying anything in the market ward, meanwhile?
I'd like to see if there's a miniature picture frame.
A miniature picture frame? Like a painting, or... a
Just
canvas
the-
maybe, or-
Just the picture frame, because I have a picture of my god, and I would just like to see if there's anything that I can find to help protect it.
Alright.
A wallet.
Roll me
Possibly.
investigation. It's slightly difficult, but you could possibly find it.
I think I was only supposed to hit that once, but yeah. I guess 3.
3. The closest thing that you can find is kind of like this little pendant.
Okay.
That you can possibly put it inside.
Okay,
With,
absolutely.
your neck.
Make an Umberly Charmbrook necklace.
Absolutely. How many coins would that? How much gold would that be?
Little pendant, rather simplistic design, would be about 5 silver.
Okay, I will purchase that.
Right.
Thank you.
Were you also getting that for your altar, Vivian?
Yes, absolutely.
May I see that for just a moment?
Of course.
So I'll let's see. So 1, 2, yeah. So I will go ahead and give the faint sound, non-verbal sound of waves coming off of that.
Oh, that is beautiful. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, ready. Sarwin, Orin, you both looking doing anything, or just kind of tagging along?
I am good for now. I will save the gold for the guide.
Right?
Uh,
Alright.
Would you all be willing to stop by at the Coliseum for a moment?
I do not mind. I would love to see blood sport.
Me as well.
Alrighty. So, you're done shopping about, still quite as lively as ever. You start heading over towards the Coliseum, and you can kind of see this stone arena. Imagine yourself kind of like a gladiator arena. As these guards will stop you, as you're not allowed to go in. Not allowed to enter yet.
Why not?
They are preparing for tonight's show.
And when does the show begin?
When the sun goes past that peak, as he points up a little bit to a mountain. Essentially, about 6 hours from now, more or less.
Do you know the price of admission to the show?
Everyone is allowed to come in and enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Very well.
Could we come back when it's time for the show?
Yes, yes.
Oh no, I was talking to the party.
Oh.
But you can
Excuse
come
me.
along, guard. Would you like to join us? You
I
seem
have
very
duty.
important.
I have duties around that time.
Duties.
Oh, God.
Hush.
Head up to Wakanga. I was hoping we were going to get to fight.
Is that the nature of the arena, or do they just stage fights?
I have no clue, but it would have been fun. Maybe the Thundering Lizard will have a pit.
There we go. Alrighty, so as you start heading towards Wakanga, if you guys don't get too distracted, kind of presuming you kind of go the same way, go all the way around, come back where you came from, and then go all the way up there. Temple of Gond. Yep. So Temple of Gond is still there. Still quite a bit of people
It
about.
hasn't collapsed.
Yeah, it hasn't collapsed yet. What I meant to say was they seem to be kind of just working on things. People seem to be bringing things here and there, like a cart, and they're repairing it.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be like an actual shop. It just seems to be there helping one another and seem to be making improvements, almost like experiments, if you will. And as you get to this this slight villa. It looks like a tropical home. You see these outer walls surrounding it, 8 to 12 feet tall, up to 2 feet thick. Topped with carnivore teeth, silver seashells, and broken glass that glisters colorfully in the sun, but also deters intruders. With that, you find yourself at the gate, essentially. What do you guys like to do?
I'd like to read my book.
Is there a knocker of some kind? Are there any guards?
There's a bell. There's like a bell to the side of the gate.
I'll walk up and press the bell.
Yeah.
I think you pull the bell.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Whatever.
It's not that mechanically advanced.
I don't know.
you
Could be
pull,
like
you
the
don't-
Flintstones.
Yeah, definitely.
Who knows?
I mean, I agree, but you pull the little ringer there, sis. But I mean, whatever. You can push something if you want.
Read your book.
All right. With that, you ring the bell. As you see this servant walking up to the gate, look at all of you. Yes. How can I help you?
Hi, we are looking for the Merchant Prince Wakanga.
Do you have an appointment?
I believe me and Max here's father is staying with him. We were hoping to see our father. He is Marius Blackfield.
Marius Blackfield. Oh, of course,
Yes.
of course. I can show you the way.
Thank you.
As he opens the gate and you walk this small little path into this garden. Quite nice, tranquil. Pleasant breeze over here as well, as the temperature once again cools down here. Splashing fountain, green plants everywhere. As he opens the door and shows you the way in. As he leads you further back through this hall, a large hall. You see these stairs leading upwards. You see there are these continual flame spells and the soft music playing throughout the whole hallway. You see swords mounted on the walls. The occasional rug kind of gonna hang on the wall. As he leads you towards this back room, opens up to this this sitting area with a nice view of the sea. And on this large sitting bed, you can see Marius seems to be currently resting, whereas Wakanga is currently sat there in the back, kind of looking at the sea, relaxing. And
I literally almost said Marius is already in there, joking because I just assumed he was with us.
Okay.
With that, you're introduced to Wakanga Utamu. As he stands up, straightens himself out a little bit. Clearly, well, of a high standard. He kind of shows towards the seat to take a seat. Good day to all of you. I hear that you are here on Marius's business.
Yeah.
And you must be the wonderful Katrina that I heard so much about.
That is correct.
And you must be the studious Max. Maximilian, was it?
Yes, I'm sorry. Oh, yes, yeah, hi.
Nice to meet all of you.
This is
I am Wakanga Utamu.
Of course,
my-
I'm sorry, yes.
Your father told me you are distracted quite easily by books.
Yes, I'm sorry, I'll put it away. I closed my book.
And may I know all of your names? May I be so blessed?
I'm Vivian Liu.
I am alright.
I am Zarwar.
Nice to meet all of you. I must say I have not seen many elves around here. It's good to see you. Are you adapting well, Sir Arwen?
No.
I understand. The heat can be quite a break point, I mean. But anyway, over here at least it's slightly cooler. Why don't you all take a seat? Do you want anything to drink? Some fine wine, perhaps?
No, thank you. I had some cucumber water earlier. We were actually hoping for your advice, Wakanga.
Most certainly. How can I help you?
Since we're planning on traveling further into the island of Chult, we were planning on getting ourselves a few guides, and we noted that there was a few of them that were being run by one of your fellow merchant princes. I believe his name is Jobal.
Jobal, indeed. He deals in guides and sell sorts.
See.
Every dealings here has some sort of connection to one of the merchant prince. There's quite a few of us. We're like, more or less like your fathers of sorts, like a council.
I see. Do you know Jabal's guides to be trustworthy, or?
Jabal's guides are all trustworthy, yes. They have made contracts, if you will, in order to, well, drop the work for him. It's his name on the line, if you will.
Yes. Since you are in such good standing with our father, would you be willing to talk to Jabal about offering us some kind of discount on their services? We are hoping to make it to our goals with the least amount of gold spent as possible.
I am sad to say that is not very possible. The guides themselves, they set a price and conditions. Perhaps you can haggle with them, however, Jabal has nothing to do with this, since Jabal is owed a certain percent from the guides' well,
Yes, what I was asking is if you could have Jabal waive his fees.
that is what I'm saying. The fees are from the guides themselves. Jabal is just using a percentage of theirs. And Jabal does not care enough about, well, the jungle to give you a discount.
It was all I was asking. Thank you.
Yes, you will quickly learn that the merchant princes are not, how do I say, caring much of what happens out of Port Nyanzur, Nyanzaru.
Well, thank you for your counsel and your advice.
I do wonder, though, about, has this curse affected the area? You no doubt have heard about this from our father.
It has affected some, not many, however. Most who die around here, they stayed.
Ah, I see. So, the merchant princes as an organization aren't exactly worried about whatever this is going on.
Exactly. I have, however, one of the merchant princes. Her name is Jessamine. She has been asking a lot of questions about, well, the death curse as of late. Perhaps she might be interested in helping you.
This is Jessamine?
Jessamine.
Jasmine.
Oh, Jasmine.
It's okay. Jasmine. Alright.
Thank you. Do you know where she resides?
In her mansion, of course. However, well, the usual merchant prince, myself included, will not see ordinary people like yourselves for, well, nothing. So, or you have something that, well, she really wants, or you must show yourself to be worthy to be in the presence of a merchant prince.
I see.
And you wouldn't be willing to write us a letter of recommendation?
It's not that simply silly enough. Now I will see you because I know you are friends of Marius here, as well as family. But other merchant princes are slightly different. If you mention perhaps you are looking for the cause of the death curse, she might let you in. As I said, she was asking a lot of questions, but I cannot say for certainty.
Thank you.
Along that same lines, Honorable Wakanga, I was wondering if your library here would have any of local history. I hope to at least have a destination for us to travel to, and I was hoping I could find some leads perhaps in your library. I've heard you have an impressive one here.
I have quite a bit of, well, books, yes, indeed, but I have nothing else to offer that I've already offered your father, sadly enough.
Ah, okay.
Maybe Jessamine will know more.
Do you know of any other collections of, again, primarily of use to me would be local history and maybe description of temples or things of that nature?
Once again, I am sorry. Everything that we have, I have given to your father.
Okay. Well, how would we go about attracting the attention of your of the other merchant prince?
As I said,
Prove ourselves worthy. Prove ourselves worthy.
somehow prove yourselves. Perhaps winning a dinosaur race.
Perhaps
What about fighting in the
Stopping-
Colosseum?
that might spark something, yes.
Do you know if she will be at the event tonight?
It is not much of an event. The Colosseum in every afternoon does a bit, if you will. There are special events at night, sometimes. That usually all the merchant princes go to, but yes, I can't say for certain. If anyone will be there, it will be Ekene Afa. She is also a merchant prince that deals in weapon shields, traveling gear, etc.
But Jessamine might be at this dinosaur race you mentioned?
No. Winning a dinosaur race will grant you quite a bit of favor.
I see.
Hmm.
And where are those held?
Excuse me?
Where are the dinosaur races held?
Well, they go through the streets of Ganzora, of course. If you would want to be interested in that, to the southwest of town at Terieki Anchorage, there is the pens where all the dinos are held. Quite a bit of racing dinosaurs are there as well. Perhaps you could buy one, hire one perhaps, or join a racing team.
That has some potential.
Your council.
But yes, anything else perhaps I can do for all of you?
Not that I can think of.
Well,
Take care of our father as best you can. The trip troubled him greatly. I'm sure he misses the sea. He grew up in Baldur's Gate.
give a slight nod. Yes, he is currently resting still. I hope he will wake soon. We will be having dinner after all soon enough, but he will be in my care, do not worry. You
Thank
just
for your
hope
kindness.
you just get the curse lifted from your father.
That's the goal.
Shall we go see if we can beckon at her door for a council, or should we just win her favor by winning one of these races?
I mean, the dinosaur race sounds absolutely fascinating, but I don't know if it's the best use of our time.
What do you think, Vivian?
No, I mean, I'm kind of not too sure. Honestly, I would rather have somebody else make the decision.
Okay. Aran, do you have any say in this?
No, I think we just do our best. We find the guide and we try our best, and maybe with if we find any treasure, we can get rich on top of solving the curse.
Yes, I do think that is the benefit of it. As well, I would say, we do have to first figure out where we're headed before we can begin searching, my friend. So Aaron, do you have a say? What do you think we should do? You are known of nobility.
I do not think knocking at the door will work. However, I know you humans have a very short life. So, do we have time for a race, or do we head over to the house to try, considering your father is dying?
I would say there's no hurt in attempting to speak with the merchant prince before we go and try to win her favor in different ways.
If she turns us down, we can always try a different way.
Yes.
Agreed.
All right. Then let's head over there.
Yeah. Can we try to find her estate?
Yeah, Wakanga will just tell you whereabouts it is.
Yeah.
And with that, you can quickly tell it's not far. It would be this estate.
Okay. We'll walk up and I'll push the bell again.
Push the bell, right?
No, pull the rope. Pull the
Kettle would have destroyed it. I'm doing much better.
chunk. You're right, but that's
Chunk.
Alrighty. With that, as you see another merchant approaching,
And you guys notice now that
merchants.
that guy said there's no elves around, like Sarwin is got his hood around his robe, like pulled real tight now.
Hello.
Can
Do you think-
only see like his cheeks, his nose, and his eyes.
Do you think they have a problem with elves here?
I think that you're just rare around these parts.
Ah, okay.
Sarwin, you don't need to be ashamed.
alrighty. With that,
Oh, people
woman
over here.
will, well, not open up, but will look at the gate.
Hello.
Yes?
Hi, are you an associate of the merchant Prince Jessamine?
I work for her. I'm her servant.
Yes. We were hoping to seek her counsel. Do you think that you could send word to her that our plan is to solve the death curse plaguing this land? We were hoping to hear any information that she might know of it.
Kind of looks a little bit confused, but kind of shrugs and, okay. I will go see what she says.
Thank you.
And walks off. And,
Can I send my hawk and kind of look through it and try and spy on the conversation?
spy on the conversation. I mean, she's going inside the actual mansion.
Okay.
So, to see what she says. But if nothing else, yeah, she'll come back after a good 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Jessamine will see you now.
Thank you.
As she escorts you in once again, you kind of find yourself this relaxing area within as well. However, also once again cool in the mansion. And slightly different now. There's no continual flames constant everywhere and whatnot. However, this is entirely painted with colorful serpents and decorative stone fountains and, fonts share similar serpentine motive. As Jessamine is currently sitting in a chair, awaiting you.
I'll give a deep before her, and I will say, "Greetings. We have come to ask for your counsel. We hear that you might have some knowledge of the death curse that plagues this land."
Kyle looks at you. Silently looking at you. Almost as if trying to peer in your soul itself. It gives you the shivers.
We mean you no ill will, and if we are disturbing you, we are happy to leave.
Do not leave. Sit.
Sit.
What do you know?
of the death curse?
We believe it might originate from this island, and that a artifact, but that goes by the name of the Soulmonger, is behind it. Our father is currently very sick, and we are hoping to cure him of his ailment.
Your father as well, eh?
Yes.
She kind of puts up her sleeve, and you see her arm is entirely filled with bandages, and she kind of starts unwrapping them. And as she unwraps them, you start seeing this rotting flesh kind of hanging off her arms.
And you've been affected by it as well.
I'm sorry. Do you know anything that could aid us in stopping this?
I have not have a lot of information. However, if you are indeed looking for ending the death curse, I can offer you some resources, limited, but some resources at the very least to help you on your travels.
That would be very beneficial to us. And we will do everything in our power to stop this curse. Our father's life depends on it, and so does yours.
Do you have any clue where you will be going to investigate?
Not yet, but we are currently looking. We were hoping you might have some answers, but we will find answers somewhere else.
This device, the Soulmonger, seems to be responsible. I was hoping to find any books of lore of various temples that may be located within the borders of this island. I suspect something to do with a cult, possibly something with undeath. I don't know. Could I? Would you mind if I looked at your wounds? They seem slightly different.
She kind of nods and she lays it on the table, her arm on the table.
Okay. I'd like to, I guess, medicine, which isn't my best. I don't know. Medicine.
What are
or
you trying to do?
I'd like to see if I can. Does her, because all of Marius's body was affected, but for her it's just her arm. So
you would know that Marius slowly getting worse. So it's a slow process, but it was.
So it started from one location on him as well, and sort of spread.
Indeed.
Okay.
Actually, with closer, knowing a little bit more, actually started from the wound that put him down.
The fucking suntan that he got?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's essentially his face and his arms.
Okay. So her previous whatever hurt or killed her the first time came from this arm.
She nods.
I see. Was it a bite of some kind, or did poison enter some sort of wound here?
It was poison, indeed.
Interesting. Well, at any rate, have you ever heard of any stories of any death cult or undeath, maybe minions of a death deity or anything like that here?
Give me a moment, as I remember something, but I might have lost it.
Must have clicked the wrong button.
Clumsy me.
Come on, where is it? Sorry. Ah. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, I have heard rumor about a woman named an old woman named Mbala. Get that real quick. I remember it mentionings of Firefinger and Dungrungelung.
Firefinger?
Oh wait, I know that. One of the merchants was hoping to head to Firefinger, or not one of the
The guides.
guides.
guides?
It was Azaka. Yes,
Yeah,
Azaka
close
is.
to one of those places. This old woman Mabala is said to be able to animate the dead in such a way that zombies retain the abilities and memories they had in life. That's the closest I've gotten to any information about the soulmonger.
She said
Interesting.
Firefinger, and what was the other town?
Dungarungalung.
Got
I
might
just
be fine.
figured out I will never DM this module because I won't be able to say any of the damn words.
Oh, I thought it was Tongorungalung.
Dungarungalungalung.
Maybe we should take Azaka up on her deal. We'll head to Firefinger with her and help her, and then we will look for this Mabala.
That's not a bad plan from there. And as Vadrian and first one, waive the fee and guide them to places no one else has found. There we go. I think if we ask her directly to take us to Firefinger.
Yes, and we'll help her retrieve her mask, and then we can.
And then
hopefully
we'll see what
find this
clues go from there. No, this sounds like a perfect plan.
You want to go to Firefinger? The quickest way is by canoe. Let me provide
Shit.
that at the very least.
Oh,
She snaps her fingers rapidly, and you see your servant instantly walking away. And you have a good quality canoe that you can use. All of you should be able to fit without problem.
even with a guide with us.
Yes, 8 people should be able to easily fit on the canoe.
Perfect.
Big freaking canoe. All right.
Necessary for the supplies that you might need to bring. It's a good few days of travel.
Do you have any other suggestions with things that we should bring along with us? We have ourselves the means to craft a rain catcher, and we have at least 20 days worth of bug repellent and rations to boot.
Oh, 20 days is certainly not enough.
Oh, I see.
Do you know how the guides, they want a 30-day payment up front?
Yes.
That is because you will most likely be out there for at least 30 days.
I see. Do you have any spare gold that we could use to purchase some bug repellent, or do you have any in your stores?
Or rations.
And rations as well. I only have 20 myself.
I have no monopoly in that kind of area. But I cannot
well, offer my resources either towards this incursion. I am sorry,
That is
but
okay.
I must keep this silent, if you will.
Well, I thank you for the offering of the canoe. Do you have anything else that you can aid us under the table?
Well, I do not know how much you know about what I deal with, but I deal in plans, poison, and assassination. So, I guess if could perhaps give you sort of discount to help you out on your travels. If one of you were more interested in poisons, perhaps.
Would I be able to apply the poison to a blade and use it in combat?
There are certain, of course. There are. We have drow poison. That will put them to sleep. There is. What else? There's plenty. You'd have to go to one of my shops, if you will. You find out the right prices. I will send out word about, well, that you get a discount. 50%, would that sound fair? Then I'm technically having a loss as well, so...
That would be more than gracious.
There's a slight nod as she starts putting her bandages back on.
And of course, please, with this I hope to buy silence as well, that you do not sell to anyone. Not a prince, not a guard, no one. About my problems.
You can trust that your secret is safe with us.
Thank you.
You see him. You see Max scratching out huge sections of his
Notes
of his book. And,
yeah.
And then he's just like, he takes one look at the page and like tears it out, crumples it up, and hands it to her. Sorry, I tend to note everything.
I appreciate your honesty.
Well, let us go and prepare more. It seems as though we were woefully unprepared for this island. Thank you for all your advice, and we will hopefully be returning here with smiles on our faces and good news. And you will hopefully know of our success before we get here.
It sounds good to me.
Do you think we can trust this Azaka? Have you ever had dealings with her or anyone in your organization?
Azaka? Who is that?
A local guide of the area?
I don't deal with guides, sadly enough. I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Okay.
Thank you.
If you want to talk about guides, I suggest you talk to Jabul.
I'm not sure he would see us.
Jabal, I mean.
We weren't even sure you were going to see us. I'm not entirely certain without giving our reasons that we would be able to see him. Unless you have some suggestion.
I would certainly understand that. Usually he does let his servant Azun deal with adventurers like yourselves looking for a guide, so... Yes. He could perhaps give you information, however.
Well,
thank you.
All right.
Guess we'll head out.
Alright. With the canoe?
Yeah. I mean,
well, we have to come back for the canoe, right?
I
mean, not really. You can take it with you if you want.
Could we take this when we're ready to depart?
Okay, very well.
Thank you.
I think
That's
we're going to leave. Yeah, I think we're going to leave tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
I would imagine.
Yes.
Tonight.
Just middle of the night, fucking Audi. No guide, no nothing. Just start walking into the woods.
Accidentally find a soulmonger.
Nope, not doing that yet.
With the power, my Uncle Kettle always said, with the power of friendship, you can do anything.
Possibly, but you
Is he a
might
pony
pass
now?
out.
Well, no, you don't remember Kettle. Kettle was literally like, always like,
Oh, yeah,
everybody
that's
hold-
right, yeah.
Everybody hold hands, and we'll think about the thing, and we'll get there.
That's how Avernus worked. We just thought about it.
Determination. Feminism.
Alrighty.
The
As you,
tenets of Avernus.
as you walk out the villa, what is the next plan? At this point, it would be kind of like almost afternoonish.
Well, let's head to this market again and go purchase more bug repellent and rations,
Alright.
and then head to the Colosseum, and then go and find. Should we find the guide tomorrow or today?
I think we'd try and find the guide tonight or today. So if we wanted to head over to
Jabal's to go and find where Azaka would be.
yeah,
Yeah.
or
Did
or at
it
least
say
just
on her note like where we could find her,
Essentially, to be honest, you could ask, like in your inn where you saw the billboard, and they'd point you the right direction.
or okay. So then we don't really have to go talk to Jabal.
well, I think we should secure our services as soon as possible if that's who
Yes.
we're going to use.
Yeah, but we can do that down at the end. We don't have to talk to. We don't have to
Okay.
go to the show guy.
All right, so I guess we just
We'll walk down.
wanna wrap-
see-
wrap up business here in town and then head to get our guide.
Alrighty. How about, however, we do that next week?
Sounds
Okay.
good.
With that, however, I would like all of you to roll me a 1d100 because throughout the traveling and whatnot, you guys would have gained some slight rumors here and there that you can hear people talk about. So, Katrina, you will hear this rumor. Sauron would hear this rumor.
Ooh, I like it. We're all getting different rumors.
This would be also be kind of considered with the night that you're going to be spending here, by the way. Like in the end. But, you guys can have a little time looking at it, thinking about it. Maximilian, get this rumor. Aaron, you'll gain this one. And Vivian, oops, where are you? We'll gain this one.
Okay.
I
Cool.
didn't miss anyone, did I? I did. Alrighty. And with that as well, you guys can
What's
level
this
up
again?
the second level.
Oh,
Oh,
hell
okay.
yeah!
Sweet.
All right then.
Fight shit, boys.
Real quick, what was that you sent us? Just out of curiosity, sorry.
That was a rumor you would have heard, like throughout being in Port Nanzaru as well as at the inn.
Okay.
So it
cool.
could be true, could not be true, could be partially true. You know, it's a rumor.
Okay,
So
perfect.
take it with a grain of salt, if you will.
Thank you.
What was your roll on hit points again?
Sorry. Rolling and re-rolling the ones.
Since we have no fighters, look at you.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's my average.
That's above average, isn't it?
Oh no, it
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
What do you mean we
Um,
have no fighters?
I mean, we have no one
Fighter
of.
level 1 now.
Ooh. There we go.
Oh no,
Also-
I have to pick my tradition. Help.
Hey, you have a week's time for it. That's why I said you can level up
exactly.
now. Because technically, you're not having a long rest yet, but I
Yeah.
don't think you guys are gonna fight things yet.
Also, just quick question for the group. I get the ability to shift around my my cantrips. I have guidance right now and then an attack. Does anyone else have guidance right now, or eventually that's going to go away and I'm going to get mending? But does anyone else have guidance right now?
I don't think so.
No.
What about mage hand? We don't need more than one mage hand.
Well,
Yeah, but I don't think
I can't switch it
you
out.
can switch.
And also, I picked my class before you did, so
I don't care who has it. I'm just saying we don't both need it. You can keep it. That's fine.
Whoa!
wait.
Yes!
I literally clicked roll at the same time as you. I was like, what the fuck? Why?
Yes!
James, are you sure you want to roll today?
Yeah, I know.
What?
You're rolling pretty badly.
Yeah, I thought I had to roll.
Yeah, no, you have to roll. I was
Oh,
just
just like,
Are you sure you want to roll today?
Exactly. Not on a luckier day.
Why can't,
Can we roll in a week or we roll now?
Okay,
I'm
as long as
keeping
you have
that
it before next session.
Alright.
Okay, there we go.
Does it not roll for you or something?
There we go. 6 is
Oh, there we
fine.
go.
Average.
Oh, 6 above average, yeah. Nice.
Perfect.
Slightly, but definitely there.
How do you roll for that? Sorry to ask.
If you're adding everything manually, then you can just click on hit dice. Should be
Okay.
like below your current hit points. Or if you are gonna use the bounce thing, it says I think it is like a roll button somewhere.
Okay. And is this for leveling up?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. With that, I hope you all enjoyed the session. And that I wasn't too
Yeah.
racist with my accents.
It's good. It's good.
I mean, the only racist one here was Sarwin.
To humans, no less.
Max, do you get your like building your magic items yet?
I absolutely just did.
Are you gonna make me a special shield?
Well, that seems to be the question that I'm going to have to talk with everyone about.
I am
So-
your sister, and I secretly bought you a magic book.
Well,
A magic
the
book?
question.
I don't know.
Well, a book.
That's what she thinks. She doesn't really know.
Given, I mean, I've picked what I was already planning on picking, but I think we need a bag of holding for all of these rations. So I mean, I need something.
I do want to point out, as long as we're not underground, I should be able to supply food. So
To what, sorry?
I should be able to supply food for everybody as long as we're not underground.
Yeah, but we have no clue.
Question
like,
is, can you though?
it's like poison. Like this is Chult.
Yeah.
This isn't like anywhere.
Yeah, I mean,
You're
I guess
right,
here's-
bag of holding though. If we got to worry about encumbrance and bringing things back and all that.
I can give us.
Are such cheaters.
Yeah, I know. I can give you. I basically can have 2 magic items right now. I did pick enhanced defense because why not? I also have a magic weapon, and then I've got bag of holding and goggles of night. I can only have 2 of these things active at any given time. So I'm just trying to figure out if we need a bag of holding now, or if we just want to hold on to that for a second, and then I can do 2 defenses. Was what I was thinking. if we don't need the bag of holding.
I think we're fine on the bag of holding for now. I mean, you can get it later,
Okay.
right?
Oh yeah. Well, no, I mean I already have it. It's just I can only have 2 at a given time.
Oh, okay, yeah. I would really appreciate so I can get my AC up to 20 and just like be like super Saiyan.
Alright.
So
Well, I mean, I definitely think that one. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and I can work on your shield after the next rest.
right. And it becomes a +1 shield, so it would be +3 total with the shield. I'll go up to the AC of 20. So I took the defense fighting style.
What was?
Yeah, sorry, it was me. I accidentally clicked on a GIF.
Oh. Yeah, you saw that.
What? No, I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't send that one.
Oh.
All right, I'll put it back. This is what I put accidentally.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so I think Rebel, if you're doing any planning, I think Azaka is the way we're leaning.
Alrighty, sounds good to me. So definitely, I mean, so good guidance.
Uh-oh.
You know me. I kid till you're all dead.
Yep.
But yeah, that would have been interesting. I actually thought I was gonna TPK guys there after that sleight of hand incident.
Guards, yeah.
Not per se, because I mean, you wouldn't have, got killed by the guards. Essentially, you would have been imprisoned by the guards.
What's
And depending on
happening?
that, you would have gone for the
I don't know.
gauntlet.
I think we could have talked our way out of not being associated with Aron.
I don't know. Imagine though, trying to steal gold and they steal gold from you though.
Yeah, I mean, like, we lost 10 gold in total out of all that. So,
Don't worry, I'll help. I'll help replace some of it.
let's think again before we go pickpocketing people.
Hey, but I did say it was going to be punishing.
Yeah, I know. I was like, maybe you should not do that, but oh well.
And it wasn't death this time around, but it was.
Let's not do this again when he's not as.
It's one of the reasons why you started level 1. I mean, not at level 2 that you had a bigger chance or anything, it's just, you're still weak.
And you do mending, right, Max? So I don't need to.
Later, yeah.
I have guidance right now because that can be helpful early on to get just advantage, but at level 3 I'm switching that out for mending.
It's 1d4, not an advantage.
Oh yeah, sorry. Well,
And
it gives you a little bit of help
advantage, right? Yeah.
and advantage.
Fair enough.
Are we doing flanking in this?
That's a good point. What do you guys want to do with that? Do you guys want to do +2? No flanking whatsoever.
I would like +2 if you guys are up for that. Because we did the
guys want?
advantage one last time. I felt like
I
that was
haven't
the-
heard of the +2. What's that?
Yeah.
I thought it's just advantage. Or...
It's kind of like the same, but instead of having advantage, you get +2. And if you have advantage because of, say, Fairy Fire, you have advantage +2 as well.
Yeah.
It's whatever everybody else wants. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about doing the +2 is that at least, the advantage I think is way better, but then we're gonna have it used against us. So, Just saying.
I mean, the +2 will be used against you as well.
Right, but at least that's... I don't know, I think it could keep us alive longer to have the +2, would be my take on that. But
Technically, flanking will always be in the player's advantage. More so because, zombies don't flank on purpose if they're flanking. Whereas you quite often go against monsters and whatnot that are not too smart for flanking. Some are, but not that many.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I'm gonna be hopping off because I really need to go to the bathroom.
See you.
Okay.
So I'll talk to you all next week. I hope you all enjoyed.